The IIWII intro going up. Wait. Here we
I'm really proud of that freaking promo picture I made. That looks really good.
All right, intro going up now.
Who's bumping these jams?
Turbo.
Yeah. Just putting on
No,
some
it's-
logic.
It's yeah. If it's Jose, we're starting now. So if you want, mute it so you don't hear the playback of our voice.
What?
Mute your stream so they don't hear the playback.
Oh, it's Jose listening to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not.
I already.
I was about to say. How can we even hear Turbo?
3, 2, 1. Oh, you know this is how we start it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the It Is What It Is podcast. We have some people here, okay? Let me tell you something. This isn't, it kind of looks like, a huge fucking bumblefuck, but it ain't, okay? We got the man's, okay? We got the man's Mcsportzhawk and Jose both from ZWC. Woo! What's up?
How's it going, guys?
What's up?
Guys, when we started this podcast, and I was talking, I was just talking to myself, what I do every morning, talk to myself, and I was looking at the paper we had when we first started. And by the way, guys, and we were writing down people who we want to have in the show, who we want on possibly. And Nia goes, "Oh, we can have, maybe we can try to have Mcsportzhawk on one week." And I'm like, "How the fuck are we gonna get? He probably, how are we gonna get Mcsportzhawk on this show? Especially now, Jose. How are we gonna get these people on the show? But you know what? The way life works, you guys are here. So how you guys doing today?
Good. Doing well.
There you go. And it's very early for you guys. I understand. We're on the East Coast. Dia's on the same time, so I know you guys are probably wiping the crust out of your eyes. It's
You're killing me.
I think all four of us actually. Yeah.
10 a.m. on a Saturday, unheard of, man. Unheard of. Way too early.
I like to sleep in on Saturdays. Thank you very much, Turbo.
Yeah, I like to sleep in every day, dude. So I feel you.
Dude. And once again, we have the co-host JackTheBus and NearDYE. What's going on, you sexy?
Hello.
Very tired as well.
Yeah. Well, for you, it's just that Spider-Man's been your
interactive with its combat style.
Yeah, my favorite Arkham game has to be Asylum. That was a really fucking awesome game.
Yeah, Asylum's pretty good. Which one?
Arkham Knight.
Oh yeah, the most recent one. Yeah, I played through that like a month ago. Yeah, that was pretty good as well.
I haven't touched those games in a while. Like, if you guys remember, the GameCube version of Spider-Man, like the one Treyarch made. Like the Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, like those games. Those are the only Spider-Man games I've touched. Like I want to get.
Really?
Yeah.
These are the only ones you've touched?
Yeah, I want to get. I didn't get the ones what you call it? Remember the one the Xbox made only for the Xbox One or something? Like they had the Amazing Spider-Man. That's what it was. The Amazing Spider-Man one.
The GameCube ones were pretty legit.
Yeah.
All of them have been.
I remember being in the 3rd grade, right? I was just sitting down, when you had to sit on the rug. I don't know if you guys had that. When you had to sit on the rug and you're squirming.
Crisscross applesauce.
I was like, I gotta play Spider-Man. I was looking at the list, and we're already 26 episodes into this, 25 episodes into this podcast, and I'm looking at some of the guests we had on, and literally what Jake said, how the fuck did we pull this off? how do we?
I was like, what kind of
magic.
overlay do we make for this?
We have 5 people right now on an overlay. It literally looks like an orgy. 2 more people can have an orgy.
It took me so fucking long
we
to
could
find
fit
out
2
how
more
to do
people
this.
on here.
Yeah.
We could fit 2
Take
more.
away the topic box. I don't need to hear what was
Oh, we said we were gonna do the Brady Bunch. We're gonna do a Brady Bunch. We're gonna get 16 people in here one time.
Hi, Matt. What's that looking down there?
He's down there. There's
Yeah.
fucking dude in the middle. No gameplay.
Yep, that's it. But we're gonna start off strong right now. Okay, we're gonna start out strong. Jose,
Before you do though, just
yes,
real quick. Anyone know what happened with this Nicki Minaj thing last night? Does anyone know what happened there?
I just heard both their Nicki's and Cardi's gangs fought.
Yeah. All right. You guys didn't hear about this? I thought maybe.
No.
I just heard there was
saw
like beef.
Nicki Minaj and Cardi B trending on Twitter, but you know.
Matt, you don't know about this? You were up till 5 a.m.
Dude, I was not looking for beef with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B at 5 a.m.
Yeah, but dude, it was trending.
Not what I was looking at.
God damn, what's going on? Because I know okay, both of them have that like, oh, I'm from New York, I'm from this, I'm from that, like, you know, Boniquas type of style, you know?
Wait, what? The hell did you just say?
I said both of them have like that Boniqua style, like, oh, I'm the queen of New York.
I think he's unfamiliar with
Boniqua. I know my lingo. I know my lingo.
Turbo. It's Boricua. There's an R in there.
What's that song? Boricua.
Not Boniqua.
Boniqua.
Listen to me. Listen, I try my best. Okay, that's it. That's all you get. But what happened? Like they both gangs fought. What is it? Like what's happening?
Just both their cliques fought, didn't they?
Both their cliques fought.
Yeah. They broke out into a fight.
From all the
oh what?
Matt died. Oh wait, no, Turbo died.
Lost Turbo.
Oh no, there he is.
Oh, there
Turbo fucking up the boxes.
Oh, the whole stream.
Turbo.
Boxes should be in the same place.
Let's just see what we got going on right now. Actually, okay, so we have Matt and Jack's box. We have Near and Jose's box. Jose.
Just leave and come back again. See if it'll just fix it by itself.
That's fucking amazing.
That's it. Let's see.
Good.
Easy.
Oh wait, actually, I can do this.
500 IQ.
I keep playing around with it, and then oh no, okay, oh no, I have to leave it and go.
Jesus Christ.
I think I have to come. Oh no, it worked. You got it back.
Wow, 5 million IQ
Oh,
solution
I don't know
right
how
there.
the hell he did this.
Actually,
Never mind.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
It's the same for
Did
me,
he?
but for you, it's different.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
Is
Jack
it? Wait,
the Bus
on the
is still
stream.
NearDYE.
It's the same layout for me on my end. It's the
Yeah.
exact same.
You're gonna have to switch these
The
boxes,
preview,
man.
the preview for me is way out of whack. But you know what? It's fine. You know, none of these hiccups matter. Okay, none of these hiccups matter.
Yes.
What? It's
Tell
cool.
yourself.
And
Let's just start moving things around. You know, let's just start moving things around. Oh, Turbo's good. Turbo's good. Why am I moving myself? Turbo's good. Now wait. Now we just need Matt. Okay, wait. Is that? That's Jose. Okay, but okay. So what were we talking about? Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, both of them. Okay,
Break it down play by play, Jose.
They got the world. They got the world by the balls. First of all, they got the world by the balls. Who cares? Who cares what they're doing? Okay.
Because
Who
album
cares what
sales,
they're doing?
Turbo. Because
Like,
album
we
sales.
care, right? Like we honestly care, but at the same time, it's like they got the world by the balls. Why do they care about who's got the better, lipstick and
Album sales.
album sales? Album
So
sales.
who cares about album sales? Just enjoy what you're doing, for God's sakes.
That's just
Nah, dude,
Lily,
nah.
my girl Lily, and Turbo knows Lily, obviously Matt
Yeah.
knows, but she has all the insider info on that. She was the one keeping me up last night, like playing.
Really?
Oh.
There's like 20 different camera angles, and she was watching every single.
Oh,
She is
I don't
an
like
inside
Cardi B.
source.
What I saw, basically, Cardi B went after Nicki, and Nicki hid behind some security guards.
Oh shoot!
Wow.
Oh my God, Nicki Minaj.
Because you want to know
Wow.
what? That's what I was seeing on Instagram. Not Instagram. That's what I was seeing on freaking Twitter. It's like, oh, Cardi B's coming with that gangster shit. I'm like, oh. Okay.
Can you imagine how viral a fight between like a cat fight between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj would go?
Yeah,
Can you
because
imagine?
I would watch it. I would watch
it. God.
Who wouldn't watch that?
I would watch it. I really would. But what you call it? But yeah, did you hear Fifi, the Tekashi song? Fifi?
Sadly.
Okay, let me tell you something. That song I can thank that song for my I can thank that song. Well, what do you have a comment about Cardi and Nicki Minaj? Just hear it.
Yes, I have a comment.
Oh.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, let's listen.
I'm like mid makeup right now, so I just feel like Nicki Minaj should have kept that same energy that she had with Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
And she was like, Nicki was good. She should have kept that same energy with Cardi because she hid behind a bunch of
All her
security
street
guards.
cred's gone, yeah.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
she hid behind a bunch of security guards, and Cardi was by herself, like trying to fight her. And she
Dang.
that's just my opinion.
But
Okay,
you know what
okay.
though? I like how they're starting to, like, you know, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, like, you know, they're making things at least fun because hip hop right now, you know, the female portion of hip hop, it's getting boring. You know, it's like we don't have those like, you know, like those fighting dramas you had like the '90s. What I heard, you know, going on. Cardi B, Nicki Minaj.
It's all on Twitter now.
That'd be a hey, they want to have the polls and Deji and KSI wrestle each other. Let's get Cardi B and Nicki Minaj in a boxing match. By the way, speaking of boxing match, hey Matt, you wanna? All right, so I'm going.
Yo, listen. I already put my tweet out as soon as someone called me out. Anyone wants to fight, I'm down.
Wait, somebody called you out, Matt?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, one person was me.
Nah, actually, quite a few people ended up calling me out after that whole like.
Damn.
Tag who you want to box thing. After
Oh my.
That just clogged my Twitter feed for the day.
Zombies alert or whatever the hell it is. I think his name's Ed.
Yeah,
Ed. Yeah,
he's like, yo, fight me, dog. I was like, all right, bring it, let's go.
Yo, fight
like,
me,
dead
dog.
ass. I will actually.
You know what?
If that can be set up, I'll do it.
After ZWC 2, give him a nice crack, you know? Give him a couple cracks and that'll be great.
I've heard ZBC quite a few times in the last few weeks.
That just clogged my entire feed for a day.
Petition? You saw the petition going around?
There's a petition?
There's a petition going around to stop production, whatever you guys are doing for ZWC 3.
Yeah, and change it to ZBC.
To ZBC,
yes.
the Zombies Boxing Championship. Now let's get out of the way. If they would do a boxing match, anybody would do a boxing match Zombies. Think of something creative of ZBC.
ZBC.
You know, think something else. ZBC.
Right. Okay, I just wanna put this aside. ZBC is a meme. Okay.
A meme?
Not to some people. Some people are totally serious. No. Some people are very serious.
Ed's the one who put it out that it should be like ZBC or one of them, and he started a petition on I don't know where, but he DM'd me later saying that it blew up, and he originally just wanted it to be a meme.
Did you want
I've been called out. Someone called me out.
Real? Okay, Jose, let's get this out of the way. Who would you want to crack? Who would you want to?
They didn't call me out in public. They kind of called me out.
Oh.
They kind of middlemaned it. I had to hear it from someone.
Ooh.
It's lame.
You know what? Matt versus Jose. ZBC.
Wow. You know what?
We're gonna have to meet at some neutral weight then, you know.
I was gonna say
Jack. Hey. That's true though.
Wait, you know,
weight classes are way different.
There we go.
Me and Jack would like go in the ring. I'm sorry, Jose, go on.
I'll fight myself. I'm good.
Who actually called me out was Yatu Chavez.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, Travis called me out too.
Okay, you ready?
Like, yeah,
ready?
Chavez,
Chavez, if you're listening to this, listen, buddy. You can't use your biceps for everything, okay? You gotta have something else to go on. You gotta. You can have the biceps, but Jose can get one good rib jab, and that can be him. That can be Chavez in the floor.
You guys realize they're like drastically different weights.
Low key though. I will say this though. Yatu has motivated. I've been kind of like on a workout tip the last like month or so, and he's on motivation. And when he motivated me was when he did like 30 push-ups like at fucking 4 in the morning for no reason whatsoever. I don't know if you guys saw that night after ZWC. He just drops down and does like 30 push-ups. I'm like, okay.
Well, Jose, if I could say so myself, I understand it's 4 in the morning, but can you not do 30 push-ups?
What was that?
Can you not do 30 push-ups?
I think he means just like at 4 in the morning, just like he can do what he wants.
Yeah.
Not just the fact that he can't do 30 push-ups.
If you would have said 60, maybe I would have been impressed.
All right.
Maybe. Yeah, like right away though, like, you know, if I'm expecting Matt and you, Jose, both watch that fight, KSI and the polls. Yeah. Just first and foremost, you guys being in that event type of mindset, not even to get into ZWC or anything right now, just in general by watching it. Isn't it crazy though to see how popular these type of events are getting, like ZWC and with these boxing matches? Isn't it crazy seeing like that shift towards content on YouTube now?
I don't think it's crazy. I think it's to be honest with you, it's to be expected.
Yeah.
I think what's cool about like YouTube and all these kind of social media channels and platforms, like anyone that's creative enough to pull something off is just doing it. And that's what.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised at all. It's just a wonder why it took so long. To be honest with
We should have been doing this back in Black Ops 2, like, honestly.
I think it's kind of coming along with the kind of blowing up of live streaming, because live streaming, it may seem really meta now, but I mean, 5 years ago it wasn't as relevant.
No, it really wasn't. Now you go back to the point of, you know, the whole boxing match and what they were doing. What was their peak at one point? 700,000?
And then like 1 million pirating it on Twitch.
Oh my god, that was funny. Yeah. I was seeing that there was like actually people working for Twitch watching a pirated version of the stream.
Twitch staff,
yeah, the Twitch staff was watching the pirated version, and it's just funny. But think about that though for a second: 700,000 people at one point watching that live stream. $10 to watch. They're making some bank. They're making
that sponsors and stuff too.
How do you guys feel? How did you guys feel about the fact that it was PPV?
PGV.
PPV.
Pay-per-view.
Oh, pay-per-view. I mean, here's the thing: when you have those names involved, you're expecting some price tag to come with it. You know, you're expecting some type of like the KSI and Joe Weller. That was open to everybody. You click on the live stream, you watch it. Them probably saying at that point, we missed out on a huge opportunity here to make some money. That's why they probably did it. So I mean, I really didn't have a problem with it because I knew like right away. So the $10, I was like, all right, go on YouTube, KSI. First of all, I wasn't paying no $10. So I watched the pirated version. I just did, and that's what Jake Paul did tweet out. He goes, I think it was like FaZe something. One of the FaZe members tweeted out like, can't believe.
Oh yeah, Zuma.
And he was like, yeah, and then Jake Paul was like, thanks for the $10. But he goes, bitch, I pirated.
I pirated it. Yeah.
I didn't buy it. It was going out for free on Twitch. Yeah, like
honestly,
you know,
like
crazy.
Who would pay $10 to see a fight that like
a lot of people?
A lot of people because it's an event set up.
I wouldn't pay $10 to see a fight that ended up winning or not winning.
I paid $10 and I would have paid $50 for that shit. That shit was great.
Yeah, it was super entertaining.
They were good fights.
I want to watch.
Well, you don't know what's gonna end in a draw before it starts.
But like, still,
I mean, yes, everyone wants someone to get knocked out. Of course, that's that's any fight. I feel like, but I thought the $10 for the 2 hours of like jaw-dropping entertainment that I got was totally worth it.
Yeah,
I probably would have paid $75 for that shit. It was good.
You were
honestly, going to like unpopular opinion. I'm just not a fucking boxing fan. I mean, I like your UFC and shit like every now and again. It's just I don't want to watch.
I mean, have you guys ever paid $100 for like a UFC fight or a boxing match?
Back in the day, I would buy all like the WWE stuff whenever I watched that.
Yeah, I usually pay for WWE.
Wait, so you guys will watch WWE, but you won't watch actual boxing?
No, I watched the event. Yeah.
Wait. You're saying WWE?
Hey, WWE is real.
I used to watch WWE.
It's totally real.
You're telling me those swanton bombs aren't real?
Listen, everyone loves The Undertaker, all right? John Cena, great shit, but let's be honest here. It's fake as shit, okay?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. You're crushing my heart right now. It's like saying Santa's not real.
You want to believe it's real, but...
That's why they call it wrestling entertainment, Matt.
Yeah.
and then,
all right.
You know, I love how, you know, when some people are actually live streaming. There was a kid, the way I got to see, because every live stream I was watching, taking him down. The one live stream I watched that I got to see the end, he was recording with his phone, his laptop on his bed, and you see like dirty drawers on the floor. You see people coming in and out of the room. All I cared about was that one monitor screen of Jake Paul and Deji just fighting. It was just the shit they would do. They were like, "All right, guys, I don't want to get striped. I don't want to get this stream taken down. So I'm gonna show you guys my closet and how I organize my closet." I'm like, "Oh my god!" And there were people stacking 20,000 people on their fake live streams, on their mobile streams, like 20,000 people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
There's a lot of people that are gonna look for workarounds.
I think this generation is just too used to getting shit for free.
Yeah.
The only reason that the pay-per-view model worked there is because they're so big. Like both of those YouTubers are huge.
Yep.
Kind of like Fortnite. Worked. Everybody's like, why can't these other? Why am I paying like $90 for a deluxe game? Fortnite's free. It's like you can't take Fortnite as an example. It's just this.
Well, I mean, yeah. And it's just like this generation and the younger ones just expect everything for free now.
Yeah.
So when you don't give it for free, they're gonna find every way possible to get it for free before actually paying.
Definitely.
Really.
So.
Yeah. But yeah, going off that with the huge event and everything is going on with the boxing like that. We had and like we said before, the other this podcast, we don't shove zombies down people's throats. Saying Zombros, okay? We got a Zombros alumni.
He's not calling out zombies.
Is that a shot?
Yo, I'm gonna tell Reed you said that.
I didn't know that was a shot.
He was on Zombros last week.
That hurt me a little bit because
we don't shove zombies down your throat.
when I started Zombros with Reed, which by the way, I came up with that name just so you know.
Oh.
Good name.
Okay.
I also didn't want to talk about zombies all the time.
Yeah.
So.
That explains why he never showed up.
No, what I was saying was, before I do get Reed and his whiteboard shoved up my ass, let me just say this, okay? It is this podcast, right? We're not going to be talking. It isn't titled Zombro, so when people watch, they're like, "Oh, okay, zombies." We're going to talk about zombies. There may be some podcasts where we're starting out, about ZWC, but then we might talk about the boxing match. And so that's what it is. And
the dude who created ZBC, I think, anyways, is in here.
Ed, get it all out now, Ed. Get it all out.
Yo, Ed, fight me, dog. I will take you down.
Fight him at PAX, bro.
You want to be close.
But yeah, I was gonna get into it later, but now that we brought it up, I was gonna say we have an alumni of Zombros, Mcsportzhawk.
Alumni.
Let's interview him on how Reed.
I graduated and moved on.
So what was the initial mindset towards Zombros?
Yeah, it was like a weekly. It's a weekly podcast, and it was initially when Zombies was going. It was during Black Ops 3, I think, around that time. So it was like, okay, we can talk about something every week that's happening in the community or in the game or whatever, new DLCs coming out, whatever, that kind of thing. But then as it went on, I'm like, Reed and I are complete opposites about playing zombies. Yep. So it kind of worked, but then when he brought Johnny in, it didn't work for me anymore because
you were like the white horse there, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They would go so deep into zombie storyline and lore and
you're not interested in that much
stuff that they really cared about, which is cool. But I'm over here just shooting like spitball jokes at shit because I'm like, I don't give
my favorite podcast
F about this. Like, I can't.
You don't care about Richtofen's changing shoe color?
Every chat would be like, "Yo, Matt, why aren't you talking? Is Matt dead? Is Matt okay?" Like, I'm fine. I'm reading the comments. Listen, dude, I don't have anything to say. Okay, these dudes just keep going and going and going, and I'm like, yeah, Space Dog's pretty cool. Like,
you want to know the one podcast? You want to know the one podcast that really shows that? The one with Jason Blundell. I didn't hear you speak for. It was like the first minute.
We did a podcast with Blundell. Oh yeah, we did.
You fucking.
Oh yeah, we did.
Remember that, Matt?
I don't know, dude.
You know what? Guys. I mean, let's not give him shit for that because the only time I did hear Matt speak was when he brought up Space Dog and in the introduction to mention his name. That's the only time I heard.
I think that was it. That was literally it. Now you're right. We did do a podcast with Blundell.
Reminds me of me when I'm trying to talk over a Brooklyn tough guy.
Yeah, that always happens again, Jack. I always talk over that. I try not to.
Every day.
But I remember
that.
Yeah, I was watching the podcast of Blundell, and then Reed's like, "So Matt, you want to just say something so we can hear that you're alive?" And you're like, "Dude, I'm just listening. I'm just having fun. I don't even know what's going on."
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much how it ended up going every time. So
I would be shitting bricks though.
What's in a Pothicon?
I'd be shitting bricks though, having the creator zombies there and you're just sitting there like, all right.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I guess it's because I've talked to him in person enough times where it's not like this crazy thing to me anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. We did get him on Zombros. That's pretty awesome.
Man, I'm happy to refresh your memory on a podcast you're on.
You've also met him at events too, so it wasn't like the first time you've talked to him, right?
Yeah, no, that was not the first time I talked to him. So
the first time you talked to Blundell, how was that? how was your nerves?
I think the first time I genuinely had I didn't really have a full conversation, but it was at COD XP in 2016 when Chronicles hadn't been released yet. That's when there's a video of it on my channel somewhere. Basically, he's like, the next iteration of zombies, and at this time we had no idea DLC 5 was coming out. So we were thinking like 3 years from now. type thing, like this game type thing would be the next time we see it. It's the next map will get you some version of Space Dog in it, and I was like, you know, like,
my God,
what? Holy shit, that's crazy. And they really did. That was dope. Like, thinking about it back, it's like they kind of did that. They mostly did the video because of the video I made, because you know, it was a big. It blew up for no reason. So that was cool. It was really cool. But yeah, that's Zombros in a nutshell from my perspective. Obviously, those guys are killing it still. They have a great podcast.
Yeah, Turbo was on last week.
Yeah, dude, how'd that go?
Yeah, that was really, really fun. I mean, I told Reed, I was like, listen, I said, you know, you probably don't have many people say this, but wait 1 second.
God damn it, Mom, get out of my room.
Says mother.
She has another bug.
Mom.
Another bug for him to take care of.
Close the door. Close the door, Ma. God damn it.
She's just telling him that she loves him a lot.
See those reflexes? That was.
I'm gonna call.
Now he's hitting her. Oh my God.
Wow.
Turbo, what did I say about hitting your mother?
Ma, get. So you know, it was fun. You know, it was, she actually wanted to see what kind of cold cuts I wanted. And what's your Coca go to? What's your go-to cold cuts? What is it?
Cold cuts. I thought you said coconut. I thought you said Coca-Cola. I was like, what is he
Here's how it's gonna go. Here's how it's gonna go for the rest of the podcast. You either listen to me, or you either doze off. Which one? Which one we going? Which one we going?
Turkey, bro. It's turkey.
Turkey?
Yeah.
Jose, what's your Coca go to?
Pastrami.
God, dude.
I like that.
Damn.
He goes, God.
Hot pastrami or just like, you know, regular pastrami?
Warm.
Why?
Warm.
What? Not even hot?
Put that in the microwave.
What, you guys don't have pastrami sandwiches on rye?
Yes.
Yeah, but not warm.
Oh my God, dude. What
Pat's Deli in the city?
Like,
Woo!
like little matzo ball soup? Like you guys
are you, 85 years old?
Okay, that's where we draw the line with matzo balls.
God damn, dude.
That's when we draw the line.
Matzo balls?
How's it at 4 p.m. for dinner?
If I wanted matzo ball soup, I'll take Wonder Bread and dip it in water and I'll shove it in my mouth. That's matzo balls to me. That's matzo balls to me. Jack, what's your go-to cold cut?
Ham turkey.
Okay, Nia, what's yours?
I don't have a favorite. I kind of like turkey, pastrami.
All right. But yeah.
Hey, 2 for pastrami then. So that's
2
good.
pastrami.
I won't.
I don't really care about like what type of cold cut. It's meat.
So.
Star really wants. Cut if you warm it up.
Star wants his opinion, and he says Cajun turkey best cold cut.
Cajun turkey?
That's what Star said.
He's getting too fucking crazy. So yeah, you know, Zombros is fun. I told Reed right away. I said, Reed, listen. I said, I know you hate when people say this. I'm like, but you literally were the person that made me start making like zombie videos. And you know, Reed, stop, no, blah, blah, blah. And I said, Reed, honestly, I swear to God, so it's kind of, nerve-wracking me on the show. He goes, don't worry, that'll be fine. So right when we got on, he goes, so Turbo, what's your your YouTube story? And I'm like, well, it was fun. I remember telling my friends, even when I found the podcast, Matt, when it was you and just Reed, that's it, and you guys were going back and forth to each other, with the Black Ops 1 Varrock gameplay in the background. You just talking about what will Shadows of Evil be? What will the characters do? How will the evil bring them? So I'm hearing Matt and you talk about it, and I'm laying in bed. I think like I'm in freshman year of high school, and I'm like, and then I say to my friends, like, one day I will be on Zombros, and there it was.
Dude, you're freaking predicting the future. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah.
Just say Black Ops 4 will be good, please.
Black Ops 4 will be good. That's it. Zombies will be at 11 out of 10. But getting to Black Ops 4, Black Ops 4 zombies, and just in general, now, getting to Black Ops 4 zombies, we kind of had the last stand. I feel like, in my opinion, and a lot of people's minds, like the last hurrah to Black Ops 3 was ZWC 2, because we had Black Ops 3 challenges. Black Ops 3 was in there, and Jose being from the behind the scenes, and Matt being behind the scenes too, planning this stuff out. Jose, what was like the first, after ZWC the first year, the next day or next, week of ZWC, planning on ZWC 2, how was that? How was it all planning out from square one?
Talking about as soon as ZWC 1 was over?
Yeah.
I would say kind of like what happened this year, where I hibernate. I hibernated for about like a couple days.
Okay.
Just recovering. But then after getting out of that hibernation, it's especially after ZWC 1, pretty much all I could think about was getting to ZWC 2 and having an. So that's how it pretty much started for me.
There you go. What was your guys like? You know, because of course there's much we don't see. You know, that's not on Twitter, not on YouTube. There's probably tons of shit, tons of fights maybe that happen that we don't see going on with planning. What was one thing during the whole planning and production of ZWC 2 that like many people don't know? It's just funny, or like what one funny moment?
Something that went wrong.
Yeah.
Something went wrong. Matt.
Oh no.
Is anything in particular?
Let's see. What went wrong?
Maybe a crazy idea that never got to make it. You know, give us the insight.
Okay, look.
Everybody plays upside down.
Don't tell them.
We may as well because it's not going to happen
now. Ever?
Oh, ZWC 10.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't put yourself in a hole. Don't put guys in a hole.
No, he's not going to do it, dude. After the last conversation we had with him, it was really clear that he was bigger than what we had going on.
It doesn't mean we can't get to his level.
I think.
Shit. I mean, the way.
I was gonna bring it up. I had it.
We could always do it with somebody else.
If it's what you
dude.
guys are talking about,
you cannot do this with someone else. It is him or no one.
If it's what we're talking about, I had it written down already, so I was gonna bring it up anyway. If I can bring it up now.
All right, let's see what you got.
Does it have to do?
Are we talking about a musical performance from Jason Blundell?
I'm a little scared.
Does it have to do with Mr. Tom Syndicate?
No.
Okay. All right.
But that would be.
Wait,
I think Syndicate would definitely come next year.
What were you thinking about Syndicate? Like, what was the?
Well, because he was in the chat the entire time of the event. Because I saw him. He'd said stuff the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, he was there the entire time. Jose doesn't even know.
Jose, do you like? Are you aware of Syndicate? You aware of his?
No, I know who he is. Like, I caught after the event, I saw a lot of his tweets.
Mm-hmm.
One of the tweets that disappointed me was he was like, I don't know where to watch the event or something like that. Like, he didn't know, he didn't have the link or.
Yeah.
Kind of like, God, like that's what Matt and I were talking about. This, it's like we tried our absolute best to inform everyone on where everything was going to be. And yet there were still people like Syndicate that didn't know, and we were just like shocked. I'm like, what else can we do? But that's what I know about Syndicate. I know that he couldn't find the stream, and then eventually he did, and I know that he gave Milo some kudos as far as the work that he did and how he performed. Yeah. So definitely, I keep track of him for sure.
Yeah.
Talking about that, let's just give a moment for Turbo's epic performance at ZWC.
Oh no, it's not.
You did fucking amazing, Turbo.
Very proud.
All my family, all my.
Yeah, that's where the fame just went to his head.
I was watching it at my mom's house, and I was talking to my mom, and I was like, "Oh my god, my dude is going in right now." I'm so fucking proud of him. And then he ended up in
last place. I mean,
the gameplay portion of my performance wasn't.
I was watching and I was just like, "Oh no, Turbo! Oh no, Turbo!"
In my head, when I was playing Shaz Viva, I was thinking of one-liners to say on camera. I was thinking of my one-liners. I was thinking, going on and on about,
I got in your head way too much at that first event commentating.
And Turbo, the #1 contender, expected to take it all home.
Yeah, I remember Yatu was even said, he goes, "Oh yeah, I think Turbo got in my head." I was like, "I'm gonna make a lot of people."
Oh yeah, because they asked me. Yeah, they asked me before. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. And then when Matt, when you were introducing everybody to ZWI, and you were like, the fan favorite, I was like, no.
I was like, Turbo's good at zombies? What? I thought he just talks loud.
but
no, that's it.
but that, going back to that ZWC 2 and ZWI, just doing like those, like, first of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to do it. Like, you guys didn't have to give it to me. Like, I remember sitting down, Jose was like, "You want to be on camera?" I was like, all right, yeah, sure.
He's the best to interview somebody because of his freaking Brooklyn accent.
That's what I've been getting, man. Like, it's great. It's great to hear that too. But then another point, it's like, what I'm actually saying isn't good. Like, is it just what I'm saying? Is it, what are you using me just to hear me? Yeah, but it was.
That was one of that was actually the first thing that when I first even heard about you, Turbo. Like, it was like a while back, right? Like, caught one of your podcasts.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing you, and I'm like, this dude is freaking great. Like, he reminds me of the movie Goodfellas.
Yeah, you were like, Matt thinks you're from Long Island. I was like, no, I'm from New York. I'm from
Wasn't
yeah, I remember asking Matt. I'm like,
where's shot?
Yeah.
We had talked. I asked Matt like where he thought you were from or something like that. Would you say, Matt? Did you say Long Island or?
I don't remember.
I just
Yeah,
remember
you were like, yeah, oh no, oh yeah. You said Matt thinks Long Island, I think New York, and I was like, yeah, I'm from New York, and then you're like, okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really easy to throw you in front of the camera. It didn't really require a lot of.
Yeah.
We didn't have to coach you too much. It was just go. Just let you be you, and it worked out just fine.
That's my uncle said.
That's the type of content he makes.
My uncle,
like, always in front of a camera.
My uncle was saying to me, he goes, there was like, when you were interviewing, there was like no dead air. Like, there was like no, like, awkward air time. And I was like, yeah, because I am, used to doing that behind the camera. But at the same time, it's like, you gotta make, the biggest thing for me is even when I'm doing a video with my friends or something, you can't let them be like, like, you can't have that. Like, that's the worst. Like, you guys probably, Matt, your day making videos of people, or even like the Design Bros podcast, and maybe having a guest on that wasn't really connecting. But what you guys are saying, it's hard to flow. It's hard to have that flow and transition when they're just like, I don't know, like so you gotta make them comfortable. Like when I was doing hey, it's Alex from when he after the Revelations first room, I was like, he was like, oh, I'm nervous. I'm like, I don't know what to say. I was like, don't worry. I was like, I'll make you comfortable. Don't worry.
I'll make you comfortable.
Let's get, the questions are going to be
just like
easy.
touch his shoulder or what?
Dad's here. It's okay, son.
That's it. Just go with the flow. I'll be honest. That's it.
Except you're shorter. You just reached up to him.
Yeah. But that was a great thing you guys, the great opportunity you guys gave me. And it's great. I can't wait for whatever happens, in the future. Can't wait. ZWC 2 was a huge success after, what you guys went through with the first year. You guys can say without a doubt, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, crazy outcome what you guys did.
This in terms of production.
A lot better.
Yeah. That's not it. That's why I love having Jose on this, because the production. You're the one running around. You're the one. What do you think of the big difference from last year to this year with production? Like from you, but by what you were seeing.
I'd say experience and more support and hiring a different team. Looks like his mom walked back in. But yeah, I would say that was the biggest difference was getting more support, hiring a different team. And getting better venues, 100%. The first venue is great, except for there's no AC. I know that. I've heard it.
But you make people lose weight. It's okay. They liked it.
I just got a message from Star. He's just like, it's so hot in here.
Yeah. That was a little rough, but to be honest, a little bit behind the scenes stuff. We had another venue that we were gonna try to do it at that did have AC. But the issue would have been, and Matt and I have said this, is if we would have tried to do it there, it would have been a shit show like last year.
Really?
And we just couldn't take that risk.
In what way? Like organization, like where stuff?
Really, it's really about the equipment. So when you we had the bodies, we were good on that, but it's about the equipment. So it takes a long time to set up all of those feeds. You're talking about 8 game feeds, multiple cameras, audio, lighting, all that type of stuff.
I can only imagine.
That other place, it was literally a blank canvas. So we would have had to like build it up to look a certain way. And I just don't think after, really thinking about it, it wouldn't have been a good look. It would have looked bad, and it would have been another shit show. So we just switched it up. Yeah. So the sacrifice was no AC. Yeah. That's really, to be honest with you, that was the only issue, but that was the heaviest issue.
Exactly. If you're going based off, what can fuck up production or people's, sweat, you're going with people's sweat. Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty much the sacrifice. Was we're gonna have to kind of bite it on in that regard, but it ended up cool. It ended up being kind of like the look we had for ZWI was like kind of low key. It wasn't so like blown out of proportion. So it really felt like a backyard boogie that everybody's just gaming and stuff. So we kind of like that look. So it ended up really, really cool. And then obviously doing the event at eSports Arena was a big help because it
away. when I got me, Thirsty Star, we all went the same way, and we were driving, and we saw Esports Arena. I was like, wow, just looking at where last year was and being actually at Esports Arena, when you guys probably confirmed that, you're probably like, fucking checkmate, bitch. Like, let's fucking go. Like, everybody on Reddit, fuck you. Fuck you. Everybody on Instagram, go fuck yourself. We got the Esports Arena, bitch. That's it. You're probably ecstatic.
Not so as eloquent as that, but some of those thoughts kind of crossed my mind.
There had to be those fist pumping moments, though. Come on, there had to be some moments had to have like fuck yeah, like exactly yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, and getting that venue was definitely a maneuver. Matt and I worked on that for it was like about a month or something like that. We were kind of like talking to them and trying to figure out how we can come together and make it happen. And huge help. It just kind of, as far as the venue's concerned, I think the biggest thing that they provided was the systems for us to have the ZLAN.
Okay, yeah.
I think having that ZLAN, just being able to have everybody have their own system and just play in rounds was like probably one of the best things, because if we would have had to like shortcut that and make it 20 systems, we would have been there till 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Trying to get that thing done. So little things like that is where I'm like, this was a good move. We made a good move coming over here. So. Yeah,
no, without a doubt. And Jack and Near, watching from afar on, how did you guys think overall, like, the whole esports arena? How did you guys like it?
I mean, just like elephant in the room, like the transition time was really long, but besides that, it was really good. I enjoyed it. I watched the whole thing. I enjoyed it a lot.
Like literally every time you put on an intermission,
chat was a meme every time y'all went to transition.
Like everybody went and like did like maybe a game of Revelations, got to round 100, came back, and you guys were still in intermission.
No, chat would be like every time you went to transition, you'd say like, "We'll be back in 5 minutes," and all chat would be like 5 minutes in quotes.
Yeah, in hindsight, I think well, actually, in hindsight for both events, we need more time on setup. So so it allows us to kind of find where some of our weaknesses could be on the broadcast. So I
mean, some of that downtime's not you can't get rid of it. Like this,
but
it's just not
ways
possible.
To kind of there's ways to fill the gaps with like content and stuff like that. So the thing with that is obviously if you're trying to fill it up with like segment packages or profile packages or some sort of like highlight reel, you got to hire somebody to do that. It takes bodies to make that happen. But I would say the priority for us next year would be to get more time at a venue to set up. So we're lately with each event we're having 1 day.
Yeah. Yeah, because y'all were there till I saw Matt was there till like 3, or like y'all were there really late on Twitter with Milo.
Our deal with ESA was we had midnight to midnight.
Okay.
So we were there midnight the night before.
Wow. So you had to move everything in like that night. Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, they were, that's the thing though. They were already moved in.
Okay.
But still, there's some things that needed to get moved around and things needed to get set up. It was me, Matt, Milo, Danny from Cause Official was with us. Lily was there, whatever. So like, we were there late night trying to like get in our last minute preparations. But in reality, we need 1 more day besides that. That's what would be helpful.
And even talking more on the downtime, y'all even had like a mini highlight reel near the end. Like at the end, whenever you were tallying scores, you had like a 2 or 3 minute highlight reel going, and that was the
replays. Matt, was that the replays?
It was it was like a replays, but even that felt like way more filling than just an intermission screen.
Yeah. In hindsight, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Everyone I've talked to about this, when I went back and looked at how long the breaks actually were, I think a couple of them are like 18 minutes long.
Yeah,
it felt like a minute and a half.
Really?
Genuinely, every time felt like I haven't even had time to go to the bathroom yet, and we're already back.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of stuff to do in those breaks, and the tough thing this year was it wasn't even that we took so long in the breaks, is that you have 16 people competing. Someone goes to the bathroom, someone goes to get a water, someone starts signing autographs. Next thing you know, you got 6 people missing, and you got to find someone to go get all those people and bring them all back.
Right.
So it definitely was a lot longer, and unfortunately for the chat, it was like we have no clue when they're coming back because we can't even see them anymore. So definitely something we want to improve on for next year. Like Jose said, more time will be the fix there. I think.
Yeah, I think even simple things. What takes a long time is just getting the updated and stuff like that, right? So, you know, and Turbo even mentioned this, I think, in the Zombros podcast and maybe in other discussions is there was an opportunity for Turbo to kind of like take over. Let's say we go to like a 2 to 3 break, come back, let Turbo take over and mess around with the crowd.
Yeah, I was
just go mess around.
At the event too, and I didn't know the schedule and stuff like what you guys had on, so that was just me throwing ideas. I was like, Jose, you know, let me just I was like, when you guys say, oh, I'll be with the next challenge, let me go in the crowd. Oh, we got Danny here. We're gonna, you know, who do you want to win? Blah blah blah. You know, even shit like that, like, you know, even in the future we'll talk more, but like even stuff like that would be.
Oh, amazing. we got to talk more in the future, Turbo. You gonna put an agent on us and negotiate a deal?
Jose, I don't want nothing less than $5 million. I need the money.
You gotta put something in the books.
I need nothing but I'm looking for my compensation.
Do you have job experience?
Looking to retire my grandmother. But you know, no, but no. Overall, though, that's one thing you're saying too. Many people, you don't know their shoes. You're not in their shoes. Like they're sitting down like this. Okay, watching ZWC 2. Okay, very nice. We're gonna go quick break. Okay, they're sitting like this.
Where are they?
Where'd they go?
So you're probably like, so that's their shoes, and then that's how they met. They're like, fucking, that's it on the Reddit. It's been 15 minutes. I don't know what's going on. So that's how they go. They get the keyboard tough guy act, and then they
keyboard warriors, man.
That's it.
Keyboard warriors.
One thing you guys can do when you're on intermission is just like sit somebody down in front of a camera and have them talk to the chat.
But even that requires an amount of production.
And again, that's all something. There's no idea that wasn't thought about. It's just the amount of time.
Yeah.
So, I totally get
so that's really where it's at. So we get that. If we get an extra day or two just to kind of set everything up, then we would have time to actually have legitimate tech rehearsals, walkthroughs, all that type of stuff. And
you guys usually set up how many days beforehand do you guys set up in the arena? Like the day of or the day before?
Well, for esports arena it was the day of, and for ZWI it was the day before.
Wow, so if the esports arena, you had to be there the day of to support, like, to set everything up. So you guys were there probably, because I remember there was people there like 9 o'clock, like just people in the arena. So you guys probably had to be there really early.
Yeah, well, Matt was there from like midnight to like 4 in the morning, and then he had to, obviously he was hosting the event, so he had to go get some rest. And the same goes for Milo. Both of them were there pretty late. I stayed till about 6:37 just to kind of like make sure things were as cool as they can be. I ended up hitting a wall. I had to like go home, go to sleep, and then come back. We had people show up by about 8:30 in the morning to kind of like set everything up and welcome everybody in.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Danny from COD's Official and his team, dude. Like those guys, and Lily as well. Like so many people behind the scenes that helped us get it done, especially in like that early morning on Sunday. So you gotta give them a huge thank you.
No, without a doubt. And just, you know, I like that even at that arena, I love that upstairs area. That area was so cool. Like just having that ability. If you got the ultra rare pass, if you have the ultra rare pass, you went up there with the YouTubers and stuff, right? For the meet and greet. And but that area, just that arena, man. Like I think that you hit the nail right in the head for that type of event for ZWC 2. It's amazing. And you know, going on to what people are saying now, you know, someone's doing a couple of funny things on the ZWC Twitter. They're like, you know, there's some
cryptic.
There's some stuff going on Twitter about possible
New York
things.
Well,
so vague. What do you? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Really?
Matt's like, we have a Twitter.
Okay, Matt.
Listen,
Twitter.
Here's a tweet of like
Matt right now. Matt woke up. Okay, that's it. He sits down. Okay, what are we talking about? Doesn't even know he has a Twitter. He probably doesn't even know he has a channel today.
Matt's over here like, what's Twitter? All I know is Facebook.
Twitter? Who's Jason Blundell? I did a podcast with this man. What?
That's it. You don't even know your life at this point. What's your name? You know your name, number? What's good?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some stuff going on that ZWC Twitter, Jose. I think you're the man to explain some stuff. Like what's going on?
I'll take responsibility for it. I have my dream with any kind of make it a traveling event. Like, you know, it's cool that we've done it in LA, but there's no reason why we shouldn't try to explore other areas of the world if we can.
Yeah.
So, ultimate dream is doing something in London. That'd be great, right? That's
going.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh my.
That'd be cool.
Going.
I mean, that's just an obvious goal. I've had that dream since I started producing Madden tournaments like years ago when I was a kid. So, but now having ZWC, that there's an opportunity, whether it happens or not. It's as you already know, it's already hard to pull off something that's local.
Exactly.
So
That's
trying to do something out of town.
You need to have that goal, though. You need to have that to keep progressing for years to come. Yeah.
But the one thing I have noticed with ZWC is a lot of our, you know, quote unquote fans or people that follow us or people that, you know, follow Matt and follow just all these guys in general, like Noah, even you, Turbo, like predominantly Midwest, East Coast, from what I've seen. And I love New York as a city. Been there, love it. It's off the chain.
I heard it's a good place.
Matt is from Jersey. He's a hop, skip, and a jump away from it. So, and he knows the lay of the land. So it was kind of like, it makes sense to add that as another dream and see if we can, you know, do something over there. So that's where that cryptic tweet came from. Which it actually, from what I saw and from the reactions I saw, I was wrong. It seems like if it can happen out there, it would be a good move.
Yeah, man. I think going to different places in general, because I was even, you know, me being, you know, of course from New York and being, you know, such a fanboy here, there's a lot of people who love zombies here. Like you'll be amazed how one day I'll be on the subway and then you see like a zombie shirt, or, you know, somebody just rocking a zombie shirt, somebody talking about zombies. You know, there's so many people here that love zombies, and that, you know, that the way I got into zombies was having my friends just in general coming together, like everybody, friends saying, hey, here's zombies, go play it, and being, you know, if you go to a group of people anywhere you go, but especially here, but you know, my group of friends, you say Call of Duty Zombies, there's a conversation to be had. Like there's just, you know, every mind you start going. So you know, that's a great thing. People probably hearing now for the first time, you know, you guys wanna, and even at the end, Matt, when people come, you know, the end of the whole event, ZWC2, people are like, oh, Rhode Island, bring it to Jersey again, bring it to, keep it in LA. So you hearing all that. Matt, do you have like any like London? Do you have any ultimate goal? Like where? Because like Jose wants London. Do you have like an ultimate goal? Get it on the moon. Get ZWC on the moon.
Just talk to Elon Musk.
I think I don't think, for me, the ultimate goal is to not have it at just one location, because everyone's gonna be like, oh, well, I want it to be in my state or the nearest place to me, so I can actually go without having to pay for a flight. Obviously, that makes total sense. But what if we had it in places where almost everyone could go? You have one on the West Coast, one on the East Coast, one in London, one in Australia. That would be the ultimate goal, I think.
You know, I was
not just one location.
We can kind of
regions
that
year round.
A year round. I was thinking, even the crazy ideas I get, I was thinking, okay, you know how like the New Year's Eve, right? The New Year's Eve with Ryan Seacrest or whoever, you know, does it now. They were like, okay, we're talking, let's swing it over to the performance we got going in Australia. Or let's go to the performance we got Fergie popping locket in LA. Let's go to her. And you know, like having like ZWC, for example, you and Milo sitting at the chair. Okay, we have the first challenge going on here. We're talking blah, 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 blah. Now let's swing it over to a Z-Boys performance in New York. And they're on the stage. They're doing stuff. So you have multiple areas, stuff going on. You see, that's, I feel
dude,
like...
What happened to the Z-Boys performance? I was really looking forward to that. I was really looking forward to it.
I was too, Jack.
I was too.
I mean, but even I think I don't know if Codename said it on if Pete said it on a stream, but like there was you know, like some people didn't want to do it, right? Like some people, you know, there was some for it, some against it, but you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
It was yeah, that's basically what happened.
Yeah.
It
was much more though. Don't worry.
Everybody was just like,
to be fair, we definitely were a bit premature in announcing the Z-Boys.
Wait, did you guys actually announce?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did.
And Jack, right?
Okay, so now let's spark
I
up.
think we got a little bit too excited about the Z-Boys.
Look, I'll take responsibility for this.
You tweeted it.
Yeah, because you tweeted it, right?
I actually not only did we tweet it, I actually edited like a promo video. Hey, it was actually damn good.
You edited it?
It was. I mean, the idea behind it and the marketing was great. It was. The problem is we didn't really get the whole Z-Boys confirmation before promoting it.
I thought, to me, Pizza was like...
Pizza's like the only one that's like really in.
Pizza was in. Pizza was down to do it. And so I was just like, oh, well, Pizza is the Z-Boys. So we're doing it. And I was like, wait, no.
We don't have every verse.
Like, these other guys don't want to do it.
Yeah.
No, from what I recall, it was Pizza 100% was down. Dalek was down. Who besides Dalek that I talked to? I forget.
I don't want to call people out for being fun.
This guy did not want to do it.
Needless to say, there was a majority of the people who did not want to perform Killing Time live.
My mic wasn't working.
And to be honest with you, at the end of the day, I don't think we could have fit it in there. We didn't have we didn't have time for it.
I went up to Matt like, Matt, when are we doing this interview? He goes, Turbo, we can't fucking do an interview right now. We can't do this interview. Why not? We gotta go. We gotta keep it going. I was like, all right.
Yeah. Well, that was one of the things that happened is basically like we literally had to be sure we were done by 10.
Yeah. I was hearing stuff like they might shut these fucking lights on us. I'm like, what?
Like, oh, really? You heard that?
Yeah, there was a kid coming around there. I was like, yeah, they might shut the lights off. We got these challenges gotta go. I was like, oh fuck. So I went over to Matt. I was like, Matt, we doing an interview? And then Matt was like,
I forgot. Turbo had a comp. Forgot about that. So Turbo.
Yeah.
Turbo was listening in on all.
That was great.
I didn't even have a comp, dude. I threw that shit out early in the day. I was this thing hurts.
I was getting it hurt. It wasn't the only one. That shit hurt. In your ear.
They were terrible. The comms were terrible. I put it in and I was like, I can't wear this all day. I can't do it. I'm taking it out.
But it was fun. I was getting a hot dog and I hear I was like, anybody got views on Turbo? Anybody know what Turbo is? Turbo? And I was like, hey, what? Sorry, what? And that's another thing too. It's like people don't know. It's hectic. People are going. It's moving at the arena. There's people running. There's shit getting done. Like upstairs, there was the whole production stuff. The whole
that was a cool picture.
And people don't know, but there's we're going. You guys are moving at the events. There's no stopping. There is no stopping.
Yeah, it's pretty much it's a marathon. It's a long.
You even said on Twitter, I think you said I think I lost like 5 pounds.
Yeah, I lost 16, dude.
16 pounds.
From the moment we started pre-pro, which was like about a week before, to when I
had like one meal that day.
Yeah, I came out of hibernation on Tuesday, and I'm like, man, I feel good. I feel like I can go ball right now.
ZWC 3 next week. Let's do it.
I'm down to like 194. I'm like, how this happened? Even Lily was next to me, and we were just like, that's how I made the joke. Like it was really hot at ZWI. That's where I lost.
Yeah.
Sauna.
But yeah, it was definitely a workout for that week.
That's how I was with ZWI when the whole the thing was going. I was like sitting at the table, the voting would be going on. I'm looking. My mom's like, "You want food?" I was like, "No, I'm good." Just staring at the screen.
So,
staring at the screen.
You were kind of going through some things that week. Like that was like a rough few days, right?
It was something, It definitely an experience I will never forget. Okay, definitely an experience I will never forget. That reminds me, actually, I have to get those bots off my bill. No, I'm joking. Okay, but yeah, though, it was tough, but it taught me a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Taught me a lot. Jose.
What do you think it taught you?
Jose, you gave me a lot of shit that that I learned from. Like you what you got? Right, me and my mom, we were sitting there, we were talking, and that conversation, like I was in my head, I was like, fuck. It's like these are lessons I'm gonna be using on YouTube for like the rest of my life. Like when that whole thing happened that day with the whole voting, I was sitting on Twitter. I was like this. I was like, who the fuck thinks I would go out and spend the money on fucking bots? that was my right away. I was like, who the fuck? What the fuck is this? So
I remember we
Jack,
talked. We had like a 3-hour talk.
Jack, my anxiety.
Yeah, no, Turbo was like about to just like keel over and die.
You want to say 16 pounds? I probably will. TLC has to give me a special for going anorexic soon because that was like. I was talking to Jack, like, Jack, they hate me now. They hate me. They think I'm a fucking scumbag. They think I'm buying bots.
He was having like a mental
Jack goes, they don't think you bought votes. Shut the fuck up.
My anxiety was going off too. I was like, oh shit. Because I was out here like helping you out, like trying to get you out there.
It was a whole thing. And let me ask you this. At any point, and Matt and Jose, you be honest with me, because you know I can take it. At any point did you think in your head, this motherfucker? Like
literally your entire existence, yes.
Was there any point? Be honest with me.
No, not for me.
No. I didn't even have to hear the story from Jose to think that was like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think anyone was botting, and yeah.
Yeah, I definitely didn't think that. I just thought that.
Because that's what was
I just thought people were utilizing resources. I didn't think much. I didn't think it was botting as much as. I know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy. You know
that's what was scaring me. Cause now I'm talking to Jack. I'm like, yeah, Matt thinks I'm a fucking. He probably thinks I'm an asshole.
I'm like,
Jose
shut up.
thinks I'm a scumbag. And Jack's like, what the fuck you talking about? Like, holy shit. But but I was saying, like, it did teach me a lot when there's controversy going on. And Jose, you told me this, when there's controversy going on. The way people are gonna remember you and your attitude as a creator is how you react to that type of stuff, how you react to it. And I remember I was putting out tweets like, "Here's this, here's that, here's all the evidence you need," and then here's Jose.
Why don't you believe me?
You don't need to show them nothing.
Yeah.
Like, just calm down before you do anything. And yeah, Jose, I was like, I thank you for that because if we didn't have that talk, I don't know what I would have been doing that night. I would have been. Jesus Christ!
Standing there at the top of your building.
Yeah, looking in the mirror. It's it. This is it. This is it. I had my fun on YouTube. I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna go hibernate myself. But yeah, man, that was
hibernation.
That was something. That was a time.
ZWI on that.
I was
the idea is great.
Not even the idea. First of all, was amazing. Not even with my situation, but even before that, there was shit going on Twitter. There was some points during the week where I had to shut off my phone. I was like, get the fuck out. I can't deal with this.
I lost a ton of weight that week, and I'm skinny as shit already. Like that week was wild.
Shit, I need a week like that. I need to lose some weight.
I was legit surprised by like not surprised like by the community, like how many people voted necessarily. Like just there were I mean it got up into the thousands for some people. Like I was really surprised by how many people actually voted.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Like
over 1,500.
Yeah.
The spirit of the idea was, I think, ended up, it just was great, and it's in full display even now after the fact with like what Turbo's got going on. He's being on podcasts and like having fun and stuff like that. So
yeah, man.
The spirit of the idea, awesome. Can we look at the execution? Absolutely. That's with any project. So, but I love just I just love the fact that it happened, and
how passionate people were about it.
Yeah, passion. Yeah. I'm never mad at passion. I'm mad at how it's used sometimes, but I'm not mad at it in general.
No, yeah, I remember talking to you really early on. You were like, "Man, I fucking love this shit. Like, I love the talk. I love the I love all the talk it's getting." You're like, "I love this."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's nothing wrong with discussion. I just think there's types of discussions leads to certain consequences, and that's the stuff that some of that shit was unnecessary.
Yeah.
But overall, the end result, you and RH coming out to LA, having the experience that you guys had.
Oh, of course.
That's pretty much where that was the payoff for me. You guys were in LA. I saw you, played, got you on camera. RH did. Rayhanan even did he came on and casted for a little bit. All that type of stuff. I think overall was good. So I'm happy with that.
No, with that now, ZBI. What you go for the future? It's very, very early. But do you guys see yourself doing something like that in the future?
ZWI.
Yeah, like a competition.
again, I think the spirit is there. It's just the execution and how we make it happen. There's got to be, there's going to be another way to do it. We just got to figure out what that formula is. And there's like, we're getting a lot of like suggestions from people. People are always like hitting us up and giving us ideas. Yeah. Shout out to NASCAR Fanatic that's on the stream right now. He's been even chatting some ideas during the stream. But that's one person that's always kind of like been vocal and kind of like gave us some suggestions and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, I love the idea. Just how do we do it is kind of like what we figure out. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, I think what the idea we had in our heads was great. Definitely could have been executed a little bit better. And there are reasons we made the decisions we made. You know, people are going to bash on the poll and the fact that it was a popularity contest and this, that, and the other thing. But
yeah,
you know, I think it'll be better the second time around. I think we learned a lot, and I think overall though it was positive for the community. Like, I mean, for example, we're here right now talking to you, Turbo, right?
No, of course.
May not have been doing this or had this opportunity had that not happened, right?
Of course not.
Truthfully, it probably would happen anyway because Jose found your podcast. We both listened to it like a year and a half ago, and we are like, "This guy's the man." But
no, but yeah, I see where you're coming from.
I think there's improvements to be made on it. Definitely want to bring something like that back though. It was, I mean, it was awesome. You know?
Well, I think that if you just simplify just to the competition, the fact that you 16 content creators competed, 15 actually, but the fact that you guys competed and actually showed who was good and who wasn't and stuff, and there's no question.
No, yeah, of course, yeah.
Why did he get to the finals? Like, that was one thing from last year that people, you know, that we heard from the community, which was, how are they making it to the finals? Okay, so solve that problem. Here, you guys had to do something.
Yeah.
So and I think just the spirit of the competition, I think, was really dope. I think some guys, I think what'd you say about Pat, Matt, where he was just like, at first he was kind of like,
yeah, Pat was like, I haven't practiced once. I haven't played zombies in the last year. And the minute I sat down in that chair, for whatever reason, I wanted to win so bad.
Yeah.
That's what he told me. I don't think he said that publicly, but he was like, after the event, he was like, I don't know what it was, but I sat down. Everything came back to me. Like, I knew everything. I didn't even need to practice. Wow. And if you watched, I mean, when we watched him, he actually played really well.
Yeah.
He just got really unlucky at the very end of almost every round. But the spirit of competition always brings the I would say the most skill and hopefully most of the time the most sportsmanship out of each person. But I think that ZWI contest definitely proved that there's something more there to be seen for sure.
Yeah, I think it brought a lot of competition out in a lot of people. Like, I saw even like Pac. He tweeted at like 4 a.m. that he was practicing, that he was playing DE. I was like, wow, everybody's like really getting into it.
Yeah, and that was someone who especially Pac.
Yeah, that surprised you, right?
Yeah, him coming out from, you know, right away, when you guys announced him and being in ZWC, all that like, oh, but he plays Fortnite, all this, and then he came out and he fucking killed.
I don't want to put any of my personal like opinion on Pac out there because I'm known for not really liking him all that much. But I gotta give mad props to him. He did amazing.
That's why I even talked to him. I was like, yo, Pac. I was like, listen, bro. Your tweets are coming to life. I was like,
my respect for Pac really just freaking went up there with ZWI. My respect for him shot up.
And he performed.
And the whole, like, he's zombies, or he's a Fortnite YouTuber, like, I mean, a lot of people just, their content evolves, and I feel like a lot of people just...
Matt, you play Fortnite, you know? Like, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I don't play it on my YouTube channel.
And Matt's even on Facebook now streaming. He doesn't really do, like, YouTube streaming.
I'm not great, but, and I invite Jack to play with me. He never joins me. So.
Dude, no, I actually haven't. I haven't been playing Fortnite a lot, to be honest. I haven't played.
Right.
Yeah, listen.
You're like, I don't want to play with this guy. He's trash.
Listen.
I felt Pac was the funny thing is that like it took some time for us to like really make the decision to like invite him.
Really?
And that's just, I mean, everybody knows kind of like there's. Like there was a perception on him. My experience with Pac has always been positive. Like he's always supported us. He's liked our stuff. He came to the event last year. He made a really dope vlog video after the fact. And then in communicating with him leading up to ZWC 2, he's always been really cool with me. So it was unfortunate to kind of like see the backlash like once we made the announcement.
Yeah.
But I was confident that he was gonna switch that narrative. Like when he came out and played. My favorite part was when he wore that clickbait T-shirt. I thought that was like
meta.
Like he's like, little things like that.
Self-aware.
Like, that's what I like about him. You know, he understands.
Not gonna lie, I was going to make a shirt that said Turbot, but that's all I'm saying.
Oh my god, why didn't
bought
you?
that shirt so fast.
That would have been great. But
just
see,
like the Supreme logo.
Dude, first line of merch you do, Turbo. That has to be one of them.
Yo,
first line of merch.
Turbo, make a merch. That's just the Supreme logo, but instead of Supreme, it says Turbot.
Turbot. That'd be great.
100%. I would cop that so fast.
I'd wear that shirt.
You're gonna walk down the street. Oh, Turbot. What is that?
Turbot. That's funny.
Let me tell you this tale.
Sit down.
Let me tell you the tale of the Turbot.
Sit down. Let me explain. Oh god.
Yeah, you gotta put it in quotations too. You gotta put it in quotations.
I think that's just an example of Pac. I think and then his game basically spoke for itself once he started playing and the way he performed, and then even when he jumped on and casted for a little bit, it's just I could see in real time like the change. Like I could see people saying, "Hey, Pac, I didn't like you, but you're doing really well," or whatever. Like see things like that. I'm like,
what was the
this is what the event's about.
Yeah.
What was the map he originally got like round 2 or some shit like on that he ended up beating?
He had never played Shangri-La past round 6.
Oh, Shang.
Really?
I mean, honestly, my perspective on Pac, last year's ZWC, he came to the event as a spectator, and people, I think a lot of the YouTube community didn't have a lot of respect for him at that point. And then this year, people are like, "Oh, he's a Fortnite YouTuber. He doesn't even play zombies anymore."
No, yeah.
And he was getting, from what I could see on Twitter, a good amount of flack from people.
No,
like,
yeah.
listen, dude.
No,
because I had met him last year, and from
year.
meeting him, he's a nice dude. Like I've seen nothing from him that's. I mean, I understand some people don't like him because of his content and you know the way he does his content, but as a person, I didn't see anything other than like a genuine kid who genuinely cares about the community. He likes the game. I've watched him play when he played zombies. He is as good as he claims to be, or people, you know, he's as good as a clickbait. I guess really is what I'm trying to say.
Right
but he, like I was like, listen, dude, don't listen to the haters. Come out here, prove yourself, right? And dude, he showed up big time, ice cold, dude. Like both competitions, amazing performance. So shouts to him.
Because bro, you hit the nail right on the head with the person thing, you know. Because I remember before even ZWC, ZWC 2, me even going there, even before this year of coming World War, you know, Call of Duty World War 2 and my channel and stuff like that, I started interacting more with the bigger guys in the community. And the only time I ever heard of this kid was a negative opinion. So I never really had an open mindset with Pat. And then there was, you know, not to say names, of course not, but you know, there would be people in the community saying, "Oh, like I'm not gonna work with this, or like I'm not gonna work if he's included." Like that's what I would be hearing. So I'm like, what the fuck's up with I don't even understand. But then going to ZWC and then saying, why would, you know, and then meeting him and, you know, us having a conversation, great kid, great, even as ZWC 2, he's just a great person. And he was talking to me. He was playing, and I remember the Shadows of Evil game, and I hear him scream like, "Let's go!" And he was like, "Fucking bitch!" Like, goddamn, like we would have like that little little shit going on with each other. But man, he's a great, like you said before, you hit the nail on the head, how it doesn't matter. And that's a huge thing I learned too, not with this event. You can have an opinion on somebody with their content, but take the content away from them, look at them as a person. Huge difference. I also think the one thing people don't realize is he's young, dude. Like he's my age.
From last year, this year, you can see he's grown up and matured quite a bit. And listen, I hate to say it, but as a businessman on YouTube, the way he runs his content, he went from 0 subs to 1 million in like a year and a half. I'm still not 1 million. So there's something to be said for that. Like, regardless of how he did it, It is not easy to do, no matter what way you slice it. It's not. I've been doing this for 9 years, and I haven't even gotten there yet. So
that's what taints people's opinion, Matt. And that's exactly what you said. That's what taints. You so like for example, how many times do we see people tweet out, "Oh yeah, this person has 1 million, but Reed's been doing this for how many years?" But even though we don't care about that, people use that against people. They use that against people, and it taints them. And that's a great thing we were gonna, I was gonna bring up, and great thing to get into. It's like the come up of even starting like YouTube, right? Like when you started, Matt, you probably didn't have in your head, okay, 1 million, let's go, 1 million subs, let's go. You probably just set up a camera somewhere, and that's it,
Nobody starts with that like thing in their head. Everybody starts with, I want to try this out. Let's give this a shot. When I tried. When I started, I just thought it looked really fucking. I wanted to try.
Yeah, man. Like I had an iPad set up on a microwave doing magic tricks.
I created
magic tricks, bro.
You haven't seen it? He's shirtless. He's shirtless too.
Yeah, send me this link right now.
Type in my full name, Matthew Tarantola. That's on YouTube, bro. There's 3 videos. Oh no, what did I start? Oh no. Oh, no.
When I started, I was on a freaking website called Go Animate. I used that.
Is this you? Like
you've opened the rabbit hole, Turbo. You've opened the rabbit hole.
Okay, that's not a girl. That's me hugging my sister.
The framing is definitely poor on that one. I'm sorry.
I know. What did I do?
You probably want to change.
There's one video
on that one. That looks questionable at best.
I know. There's one video of me giving life advice.
Oh my god!
I'm standing. I'm standing.
Turbo giving life advice.
Standing in my sister's room, pink paint, saying, "Yeah, look at me. I'm." You don't even want to know. You don't even want to know.
God. Young Turbo was very charismatic.
Look at his face. Just fucking watch it.
How much different
this
from
shit is great.
I know.
That's having the time of his life over there.
I'm gonna watch these for sure.
Dude, subscribe to the channel like right now. Turn on those post notifications.
I love it, dude. The OG stuff's the best, man, because you can see how far you've come.
And I tell people all the time, don't delete your old shit.
Don't delete it.
Show us where you came from.
Okay, first of all, let's get into this. Matt, do you understand? The way I found you was your old videos getting suggested to me. The first video, not even lying, first video I've ever watched of you was you, your brother, and a friend, really young, just dancing to dubstep in your basement. It's like just dancing to dubstep. And I think it's you, Mike, and one of your friends, and I'm just looking at it. I'm like, what the fuck is that? This is the guy from Zombros? Because that's the only time I heard Mcsportzhawk was on Zombros, so I never watched like your specific content. So when I look, I'm like, this is the man they picked to co-host a Zombies podcast. Like, what is this? And then you and you and Mike at your grandmother's house, you're doing a vlog, and you're like, yeah, you see this house? Yeah, they got money. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, what? I'm like, this is Mcsportzhawk. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna subscribe. And
where are these videos at? I don't even remember these. I
told your brother, I'm like, bro, do you remember like doing these videos? He goes, yeah, me and Matt would vlog at airports. I'm like, what the fuck?
I do remember there's a lot of airport videos. I don't think they're online now.
I
gotta know. Are these on my channel right now, or
it's on your channel. What you were vlogging. I don't think you posted in this one, but you were vlogging with your friend. You were in Florida. You were vlogging with your friend.
Oh, Jordan.
Okay, yeah. And then you were recording a prank.
Recording
pranks. Yeah. You know what? No, let me ask you about that too, because that me Xing stuff like that, like
these are
those videos. Me watching them back, what were you even doing? Like, what were you doing?
No, it wasn't Yatu. It was Jordan.
What else were you doing? Like, what was that on your channel at the time? Were you doing pranks?
Yeah. So, for the really OGs, Jordan actually used to be like really, really funny, and he did video. We basically did videos together. We tried to start a joint channel up, doing like pranks and I guess vlogs and stuff like that. That's I gotta be honest, that's always what I've wanted to do.
Yeah.
The zombies thing kind of just happened.
Took over.
The gaming thing just happened. Everything that's happening has just kind of just happened. But the true
way way to be detailed.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, do you want a whole life story right now? Because the way I see it, like, I've always wanted to do something, and it's always been kind of off to the side of what I really want to do.
Whole thing out, Matty boy. Okay, I know you. I know your content, Matt. One thing I want to get out right away: those hickeys and those vlogs.
Oh my God. He goes right for it, bro.
You don't think I did my homework?
Why would you start with this?
I didn't wake up expecting to be asked about these videos. Yeah, dude, like.
Where were you on December 12th?
They're exactly what you think they are, and they're exactly who you think they're with. So,
you and Jordan weren't doing videos like that.
Dude, you know, like when you're young, you don't realize how shitty this stuff looks. Like clearly visible hickeys. Like it just it doesn't really give a great message, I guess.
You even brought it up too. You were like, yeah, we're doing more than videos here. I'm like, oh.
Listen, yeah, you live and you learn, you grow up and you mature, and you know, I was a kid too, bro.
When you first started, though, like you said, when you first started, what was like your goal, though? Like, why'd you continue? Because you had to have something in your mind to continue.
When I first started this channel, it was just to watch other YouTube videos.
Okay.
I made like 3 or 4 Line Rider videos. You guys know what that game is?
Oh my God, dude, I love Line Rider. That's like all I did in school.
Character slides down the lines, and whatever your lines are, like you basically draw the map.
Okay,
it's super satisfying too.
It is. There's some videos out there that'll make you like it'll blow your mind, but whatever. So I was
some
making
like sync to music, yeah.
Yeah, and then Modern Warfare 2 is when I started playing Call of Duty an unhealthy amount. I would come home every day from school, play Modern Warfare 2, and listen to Replay by IIWII like over and over and over and over. That was the jam. Yeah. So after a while, I was like, damn, like I'm decent at the game right now. Let me post videos because I would watch videos on, like how to get a nuke and best camping spots and all that kind of shit. So I posted a video. It's my dad's camera, like this old JVC camcorder, shooting the TV screen, and then me talking like while playing. It was terrible.
Have we all had those videos?
Dude, they're the best ones. And so I posted videos, and the first year I think I got like 75 subscribers, and I thought it was crazy. Like everyone in school's like, dude, you got 75 subs.
I made a video. I made a video saying thank you for 100 video views, and there was like 40 videos on the channel at the time. So each one had to get like 5. So I'm like, dude. Oh my God. I gotta go out to eat. This is amazing. Oh, you lovely supporter.
Ma, you can retire now.
I sounded like Alvin and the Chipmunks. My balls was at my heart. I didn't know what I was doing. Okay? Dude, I didn't know what I was doing.
Listen, after shit started, you're exactly right. Like it is awesome when you start like getting
these tiny milestones. Yeah.
Oh my God, it feels like 75 people was a lot at that point in my life. I didn't even know 75 people. I was like a freshman in high school, dude. And I was like, I have the biggest dick. Oh my God.
That's it, right? That's it. And
so like, my goal after the first year was to get, at that point, machinima was the thing where you like, you weren't getting paid for videos, and people don't realize that was a thing a long time ago. You weren't getting paid. It was just a hobby. But then machinima came along, and you could get paid to make videos, like paid based on.
I feel sorry for anybody who was in machinima, honestly.
Dude, I was in machinima for a while, right? So after like a year and a half of grinding, I finally got into machinima, and my first paycheck was like 92 cents. Bro. And I got this check in the mail, and I was like ecstatic. I was going nuts. I was like, I just got paid to make YouTube videos playing video games. Like, just think about that shit. And I was showing my mom and my dad and my whole family.
But like,
woo, 92 cents, woohoo!
Especially your siblings, bro. But your siblings are probably like, get out of here.
Yeah, they were ripping on me. You're like, wow, Matt, you made $1. Congratulations, dude. Congrats. Right. Like you spent 32 days in the game, made $1 out of it. You're killing it.
Yeah.
So I kept going, and then like a couple months later, I actually had a check, and I was starting to do some serious views. Like some of the videos were hitting. And it was $900.
Yeah.
And I brought it back, and I was like, "How about now?" And they're like, "Wait, you made $900?
What the fuck? That my
wait a second.
Wait, this is real, Matt? Like my parents are like, "This is. You sure you're not doing something illegal, Matt? Like what's going on here?"
But yeah, the biggest thing, like the biggest thing, my father, he was like the way I was big like at sports, like every summer playing baseball, every winter playing football, being that kid. And one day, Advanced Warfare came out. I sat down and I said, "All right, I want to start making YouTube videos." That's when I started watching Reed and all these other people. And I was like, and then my father comes in, he goes, "Hey, you want to go practice, blah blah." I'm like, I'm working on a video. To my father, this is what I said. Wait, this is what I said to my father. "Oh, no, I want to work on a video." Here's what my dad thought I said. "No, I want to throw away my life." That's what he thought I was saying, like not going out, not playing football, not playing baseball. And he had a long time to where he was like to my family, he was like, "Oh, what's Matthew doing? What's he doing on the weekends?" "Oh, he's just staying inside all day." That's what he would say. He was really disappointed. Like, what the fuck's my son doing? You said
you sat him down and made him watch. Like,
and I sat my dad down at one point and I said, "Dad," I was like, "let me," and it's actually pretty cool getting, later on in this. My dad, I said, "Dad, watch me edit a video." At that time, me editing a video was just flopping music in the background, cutting some stuff. That's what it was.
But dude, that was intense.
But at that time, I was like, really, doing shit. And my dad was watching me, and he goes, "Maybe he is doing more than just, playing a game." And then, long story short, at ZWI, that when there was kids actually, and this is crazy because Jose and Matt, when I was coming to ZWI, I wasn't expecting, people to say, "Oh yeah, here's Turbo from his videos." I thought I was gonna make, "Oh yeah, here's the kid Turbo from the shit on Twitter and the
botted."
yeah, that's what I thought was gonna. That's what here's Turbo. But then there was there was some kids there that was like, "Oh, I watch a podcast." Even Kone Pizza, he was the one that came up to me. He was like, "Oh, I watch a podcast." Like he goes, "I watch it," and I'm like, "Holy shit." I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, here's me at that time, 2,200 subs, still now almost 3,000. I'm like, what the? Like, this is nothing to me. Like, this is just pure zero. And having kids say, "Oh, that's Turbo from, his Mikey skits. Here's that kid." And then my father came over to me. He goes, "Turbo, there's kids telling their moms they know you." And then he looked at me and he goes, "You proved me wrong." I was like,
the moment.
What the fuck?
That's the rewarding moment.
And I told my dad, like, "Dad, I am nowhere where I want to be." I was like, "I have so much more to do. Like, I have so much more to achieve. I still," and that's the thing with me. I know where I'm at. I'm not talking she's back. She's back. There he is. There she is. There it is.
You like it?
Hi.
Nice. Very nice.
She's got her makeup done.
Very nice. But I know where I am. Like, I know who I am. I know where I'm at. Jack and Near too. We're all, that's why these people on the podcast, because they're exactly what I want to show. We all know where we're at. We're not talking like our shit don't stink. We're all talking like we know where we're at. So
I had a conversation with your dad in the bathroom, actually.
Bathroom?
Yeah.
I like where this is going.
It was interesting.
Where's this going, Matt?
I go to take a bathroom break at ZWI, and the ZWI bathroom is like this little dinky, like. It's a shithole.
So then you heard zip,
right? No, I walk in the door and he's on walking his way out, and I'm like, rushing to go bathroom really quickly because I gotta get back to the stream, and I don't know, we had a really quick conversation about the whole ZWI thing online. He's like explaining to me, I'm like, "Listen, dude, I know what happened. I didn't even have to know what happened to know you like Turbo's a great guy. I don't believe any of the bullshit that's out there. Like, don't even worry about it." And he was just like preaching about how proud he was of you and how great it was to be here. And
my whole family, man.
It's great, dude. It's great to see that support's there, man. Because I know a lot of people who want to do YouTube and
of course
like really want to put the time into, but their parents or their family don't understand, and they don't give them they don't. It's almost like they feel like they're rotting or not doing anything valuable by doing videos or playing video games. They don't understand it, so they don't approve of it, and it's unfortunate because a lot of these kids have so many, like, they have talent, like, right, and it was the same way with me, dude. Like, my parents were like, they weren't mad about me playing that many video games, but for example, I wanted to buy an HD PVR, right?
And they also have that Italian mindset too of working your fucking ass off.
Yeah. Like, you're not gonna sit around this house and do nothing. Like, exactly. So I wanted to buy this PVR because the PVR back in the day was
HD PVR.
Exactly, dude. It was the way you recorded your gameplay, because I don't want to record the damn screen with a camera anymore.
Remember the Dazzler, dude? Remember the fucking Dazzler?
The Dazzle, dude, exactly. The PVR was $200. Oh. And I was like, "Yo, Dad, I'm buying this shit." And he's like, "No, you're not." And I was like, "No, yeah, I am." He's like, "That's a waste of money." Like, I was like, "No, it is gonna work out. Trust me. Like he's like, you make any money off of these videos? Like, nah, at the time I wasn't.
Was there a point though?
Step, my man.
Was there a specific point that you remember where he was just like, wow, this is actually like a thing?
Yeah, no, and now I mean he's like, you know, they're fully supportive of everything now. Like this is my career now. I don't have a regular job. You know, this is all I do. So
you know what? I just gotta say, you guys are extremely lucky. My dad sees what I do as just wasting life, honestly. Because like he always thinks I'm in here playing video games.
Yeah.
And probably like designing graphics because I'm a graphic designer. But that's it. He doesn't really see how much editing I put in. He doesn't really see all the work I do besides video games. Like I haven't even turned on my PS4 to play video games in like a month.
Isn't that crazy
Probably
too?
less.
People don't even know this too. Like when you're a content creator, the most time you're doing is nothing but besides playing the game.
Yeah.
They're like, hey Jack, you wanna play off stream? I'm like,
yeah.
I don't have time off stream.
I would never have time to do anything. I was just editing a video for like 5 hours.
Yeah. It's the sad grind of a creator.
My friend,
like you start to not even play the game to enjoy it as much as you just don't have time to.
Yeah, they're like, Jack, you want to play Fortnite off stream? I'm like, I like this makes me not enjoy it off stream. Like I can't do anything. Like it's wasting time, you know.
My friends all the time inviting me to parties on PS4 just to bullshit and shit. I'm like, guys, I have a video I need to get out like tomorrow. Like I cannot do this. Like I really can't. So
happily, my dad supports me when it comes to buying equipment and shit. Like whenever I need like a new equipment, like my day he used to help me out, but like now.
And that's one thing I told my dad too, because my dad, you know, like he's bought a lot of stuff for me, like, you know, even just to be able to do this. And I told him, I was like, God willing, I said, God, you know, so right away, I'm not gonna get that mindset. Like, oh, you know, when I make fucking that, I told him, like, listen, when the day comes, I said, I will fucking refund you everything. Like, I'm thinking about the little things too, Matt. Like, even like everybody here, like, think of the shit you did to get a video done or something. Think about the shit you've done.
Let's hear the story behind this Olympic video.
Yeah, like get the yeah, right. Like what you're going through right now, it's like even the stuff like I remember I went, and this is how I actually got in touch with like Josh A and like that like this point is when I started being recognized by the higher up community, is when Szechuan sauce was big. And I heard my McDonald's had Szechuan sauce. So I made a whole video, skit, vlogged everything, went to McDonald's, and I said, hey, at Josh A, do you think I can get some Szechuan sauce? I mean, I can use your Szechuan sauce song in my video. I'm going, and he tweets me after I found out this McDonald's did not get it, and I was upset. He responds to me, oh, only if you get me some Szechuan sauce. So I make the video. Let me tell you something, Josh A. Go scratch your ass. I ain't got no fucking Szechuan sauce. And then that's when they heard the accent. That's when he blah, blah, blah. And that's when I said to myself, I was like, I don't gotta like work hard on like making anything creative. I just gotta speak. I just gotta speak. Like, and then my friends, Vinny was like, yeah, they don't like you for you. They like your vocal cords. I'm like, listen, listen to me. But yeah, man, like, I just, you know, that's what I was saying before. Like, I wrote down like inspiration towards starting YouTube, and you know, this even go for like Jose too, like inspiration on like MAT was starting ZWC. You always have that spark, you know. Yeah. So, and what I actually wanted to get to too, also, I think this would be pretty fun. I already heard the story when we were talking at ZWC. How did you guys meet? How did this all happen? Like, how did this all? Well, let's hear this story. How did how did you guys start to link and make this into what it is? Let's hear.
You want to tell it, or you want me to tell it?
Who wants to tell the how I met your mother story?
Well, how do we start? Well, like almost a couple years ago now.
2016.
Yeah, 2016.
October 8th, actually.
Oh, you have the email?
Oh, I know this shit by heart now. Yeah, I've got asked this enough times to know the story.
I had a studio. You know where we had ZWC. I actually used to rent the other side of that studio.
Okay.
Really?
Big green screen in there, and I was like producing some shit out of there.
Awesome.
And I had this website that like kind of linked me to influencers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I had emailed Matt just to like for another show idea that I had. I actually produced this thing called Flipping Kicks.
Okay.
Which is basically Pimp My Ride but with shoes.
Yo, fun fact. There's a show that's exactly that out that just came out.
Get out of here.
This guy named Picasso.
Yeah. So I found this like shoe artist spray paint and customize shoes, and we were like, all right, so like for the pilot, let's find an influencer, a content creator that we can have you customize the shoes for. So that's how I found Matt.
Like was the target.
And the show is on it's on YouTube.
Is it actually on YouTube?
Yeah.
It's like
look up, yeah. Suhail put it on his channel, man.
I gotta watch this shit.
Yeah. It's on Flippin' Kicks is the name of it, and the YouTube channel I think is Feel Good Threads. Look up Feel Good Threads. Anyways, so I produced this thing where Matt, we basically find these Ultra Boosts, some white Ultra that this guy ended up customizing, and then we had Matt come to the studio, and we did like a straight studio talk show reveal. Like when the shoe was revealed, Matt kind of had a natural reaction to getting the shoes. You still have the shoes, Matt?
Yeah.
I'm on it right now. Which one is it? It's the there's a lot of videos up here.
Oh, it's a sneak peek. I want to see the actual video.
There's the actual show is on there. Has to be. It's called Flippin' Kicks.
Off-White Jordans.
This one says sneak peek as well, but it's 6 minutes long.
Supreme Louis Vuitton.
That should be the one problem.
First of all, some of these shoes are fucking sick.
Yeah,
he does make some pretty cool stuff.
Shit.
Yeah, he's like he customizes shoes now for like Lonzo Ball and all these guys. Like he's just.
I'm not a sneakerhead, but
God damn.
These are amazing. But yeah, so okay, so you get.
Anyways, that's how we met. We met on an idea that had nothing to do with zombies. So,
okay.
What sneakers? Did you just send him a pic of the sneakers?
Like if you find the link, Matt, throw it in the.
Yeah, I'll throw it in here.
Wow.
So
reluctantly, I'll throw it in here.
So now after that'll happen, that's completely separate to ZWC.
Yeah, completely. But what it did was it established our friendship.
Oh, to establish the connect.
Yeah, we just ended, like he just moved to LA, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, you know, like I'm always partial to people who just moved here, so I'm just like we just started hanging out. We were playing basketball. Then I think he jumped on the flag football team with my buddy Rod. And then you know, I just struck a deal with EA Sports, and I produced a Madden event, a Challenger event. I was sanctioned by them or whatever, and Matt came to that event, and he actually helped some of the production. He did a little casting too with a friend of his, which was pretty funny.
Awesome.
But from there, he and I were kind of like, fuck, like we should do something like this for zombies.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, I don't think a competitive kind of tournament wasn't like around. Like it wasn't really happening. So it would be, you know, we basically would be kind of like trailblazers. So that started what, 2017, like in.
I posted a link to the video in chat on Turbo.
Great.
Okay.
Awesome. Nice.
Yeah.
And Matt, when you saw that email, Matt, because like we always get those emails from people where we read it first and we're like, what the fuck is this? So what was your mindset behind that how did you like Jose's communication skills?
This is a little PSA to all YouTubers, and it won't change anything, I know, but I'll say it anyway. 99.99% of people who make videos do not read their emails or see that and immediately click spam or don't click it. Like, cause you guys know, you get a ton of games. Like, I only look at so much bullshit. It's unbelievable.
Only for my school.
For whatever reason, I actually read mostly all of them.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to tell which ones are legit and which ones aren't. This one was borderline though. This one was like,
what?
Dude, yeah, because it came from some sketch ass website. It's called Thuzio.com.
Yeah,
Thuzio. What does that even mean? I don't know. So it was like, it was the generic, you know, like, hi, my name's Jose. I'd love to talk to you about an opportunity I have. Super vague. Like,
email? Where's the email? Bust it out.
You know, I'll bust it out. I'm gonna read this.
Like,
shit.
I want to. Okay,
it was some whack shit, bro. Like, and I was like, you know what? I just got here.
You're telling me this
person
later.
Screw it. I gotta meet some people out here. So let's give this guy a shot. Let's give it a shot. And you know, I in hindsight, little bit sketchy. I walked into some random studio in the middle of nowhere. Like, you know the studio. You know what it looks like, right? Turbo, you do, because you were there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The same one.
ZWI place.
Okay, yeah.
The outside of it, you would never in a million years know that was a studio.
Wait a second. I swear to God, Matt, when I was getting driven there by the guys from Cod Zombies, I looked at them, I was like, what is it? What am I fucking getting whacked? Like, what am I, where am I going?
You looks like you're going to get killed, dude. Looks like they're taking you in the back and they're going to beat his shit.
I was sitting there, I was like, what am I, Joe Pesci? What am I going to get whacked right now? Like, what's happening? And he's like, nah, Turbo, we would never whack you. And I'm like, oh,
every time Turbo brings up Joe Pesci.
No, Turbo, there's gonna be a bag over your head. You're gonna be in a van. There's gonna be freaking masked people in there.
It doesn't look like a studio at all. In fact, it looks that area at night especially looks quite sketchy. So
okay.
Hold on.
Okay. as they're looking for right now, one unknown player. Thank you so much for the $15. Whom Despacito. We're not gonna.
Okay. Here we go. You guys ready? I'm gonna read the full email.
Okay.
Read it out loud.
This is from Thuzio requests at Thuzio.com. So already we're looking mad sus. Super sus. Right off the bat. I'm surprised it came through. Hello, my name is Jose Salazar and I'm the owner of 1PTV. We are a startup PPV MCN hybrid.
I don't even know what that means.
That just sounds like you just tried to throw a ton of words into a blender.
Bullshit. Yeah, no, you. At that point, you weren't either of those things. You weren't even close, but I like the confidence. I like the confidence. Currently, we're signing influencers who have a special talent that we could collaborate with in creating and developing compelling pay-per-view events and original programming. This gives you an Instagrat. I don't know what that means. Instagrat. Okay.
See, like I said, throwing words together just to sound smarter.
Okay. Gives you Instagrat and allows you to monetize your unique brand in a different way. Do you have 15 minutes sometime this week to discuss further?
And that 15 minutes turned into 2 years.
Wow.
So, I was like,
But what made you, okay, you said sus right away, but what made you say to this email?
All right,
that's why I'm a huge believer in everything happens for a reason, man. Everything.
This is why this is a PSA, because for me, the difference between me and I'd say everyone that I know, like all the zombie YouTubers, any of the other YouTubers I know, mostly because they're too busy, which is fair.
Of course.
They will be like, yeah, whatever. And I can see right here, like I do to almost all the ones that I can tell were actually handwritten and not like computer generated.
Yeah.
I ask, just if I don't know what's going on, I ask for a little more information just to kind of feel it out, right? So I asked him, like, would you give me more information of signing the MCN and no interest going anywhere else, unless the pay-per-view aspect is something I can sign while currently in my MCN. And so he gave me a bunch more information. He's like, why don't we just meet up and have a call? We had a call. Obviously, the call must have went decent, and then I came in to like meet him and talk more about it. So my point is, 9 times out of 10, people won't answer this kind of email because it's like, what's the point? But look where it's led to, right? Like this pay-per-view MCN bullshit that he spewed at me obviously wasn't like, it wasn't a thing. It didn't happen to be anything.
I will say that the pay-per-view thing was actually true, because when we did that video with Suhyo,
I'm not saying you didn't have intentions to do it, but at the moment I walked in there, you were not doing that.
No, I wasn't actually going, but it was happening. But anyways, the way I was trying to work it was with Suhyo, because he had a talent. Like, he actually does a lot of tutorials on YouTube if you look at his channel. So the idea was to kind of combine a kind of like a original show with a tutorial on how he customized Matt's shoes, and we would sell that tutorial, which we were like flipping for like $2.99 or something like that. So that's why earlier when we were talking about PPV for the KSI fight, I was asking you how you felt about it. So at that point in time, I was kind of like just experimenting with it. But as I learned pretty quickly, it is, people want shit for free. If they can go get that tutorial for free on YouTube.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
and Matt, you speaking about paying for stuff, like I did my homework. You had a YouTube guide that people would have to pay for.
All right, listen.
What? I haven't heard of this actually.
There are a few things in my life that I have not seen through to my wanting, and that is probably the biggest one. Matt, I have this thing. It might still be live. I don't even know.
It is, because you want to know why? Do you want to know who was supposed to be one of those buyers?
Oh, Turbo.
You didn't buy that.
Fuck no.
Fuck no. Because Turbo doesn't pay shit. Turbo won't pay $10 for a damn fight. Who's gonna fuck no?
All right. Well, if I'm in the fight versus
I'm too
you,
cheap to buy anything, dude. $1 is too much to me.
Yeah, that's not. I said it before. It's like everyone watched it for free now.
And it was you. It was you in a shirt and tie. You were looking at the kid, and you were like,
this was wearing a tie.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, I do remember that. I actually like asked Matt about that a long time ago. I asked him so long.
You want to get? You want to get?
Yeah.
We used this for the ZWC, our first deck, Matt.
Probably.
I remember, yeah.
You were like, hey, you want to get #1 and like the YouTube suggested and shit like that?
I was like, yes.
I'm like, wait, is this MC's? Because it said Matt Kaboozy. I was like, wait, is this actually? And then I saw the pictures, like, oh, this is MC Sports.
Yeah.
Look at that tie, man.
Listen, dude. Listen, there was. Okay, so you want the whole story or you want the brief version?
No, we got. I'm here.
All right. So I started this whole thing in college. We were doing like it started off as a project for a class.
Okay.
And then I was like, you know what? Like I started to do more research on it. How to,
Yeah, of course.
There's this dude on. If you guys know Udemy. No. Do you guys know Teachable.com?
No.
All right. No. You know what is it called? They're basically these websites, right? That you can upload tutorials and like lessons. It's like online classes basically.
Yeah. Oh, like master classes.
Yeah. Like there's this. What is it called? It's a big. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Basically, there's these websites, right? And you can take master classes online. So the idea was like I went and did research on these other people to kind of do the project, and I found that there's this dude on this website called Udemy, which is basically a masterclass website. They have all different kinds of classes. And it was like a 10 video class for like $200 that taught you how to do YouTube videos. You didn't have to record any content. Basically, he taught you how to steal other people's content, re-upload it, monetize it, and make a shit ton of money.
Motherfucker.
Savage,
the guy had 3,000 subscribers. 3,000.
Savage.
At this point, I had like 400,000, whatever. It was like exponentially more than his. Yeah. And I know from seeing the videos he had out that he wasn't making a lot of money because he wasn't doing a lot of views.
Yeah.
The dude sold over 100,000 students.
That's crazy.
$200 each.
That's crazy.
Do the math. Go ahead and do the math. All right. This guy.
That's a lot of money.
He had what? That was one of his courses. He had like 17 courses, and they all had dozens of thousands of students.
How do you gain traction off that though? Off having 3,000 subscribers?
I don't know, but I was looking at there was other like professors that also had similar numbers with substantially lower credit than me, like significantly lower YouTube credit than me, because you could see their channels. Their channels weren't shit. Yeah. But they knew what they were talking about, right? I was like, yo, this is whack. This is whack.
Yeah. Like,
all right, like
having that.
I know that this shit's bullshit, and I know that I can tell you things that aren't bullshit. So I was like, screw it. I'm gonna do this project, but I'm also gonna do it for real. Like, I'm gonna make this actually a course.
Did anybody buy that from you?
A couple people, but
yeah, no, because I remember I asked for I like contacted you once about it because I was like kind of skeptical of it. I was like, I don't know.
No, it's legit. I mean, like. It is. I spent 6 weeks making this course at school.
Yeah,
like,
I saw it. And
day in and day out, 6 straight weeks. It is definitely. I mean, I guess I can't really say if it's worth it or not because I haven't had enough students to tell me the truth. But in my opinion, I gave you literally everything I know from like 7 years worth of doing YouTube stuff.
Now, here's a good question: would those lessons be good to YouTube we are in today?
I mean, that's the issue. At this point, a lot of it's
evolved a lot.
It's changed so much. It's a lot of these are definitely needed to be updated. But the point is, here's the struggle. This is why it was a failure to me. I spent all this time doing it. I think the product was great. I was always torn on wanting to promote it to my following because I didn't want people to see it as like I didn't want people to get too like behind the scenes. I don't want people to think, oh, this kid's making all kinds of money off of us watching videos. Like, because that's never what the intention was, and that's never what my goal has ever been. Yeah. But I feel like with this course, the way you sell it to people is people who want to be in the position I'm in or understand, like, be able to do the kind of thing, like have a career that is YouTube. And to do that, I have to be honest about it. I have to tell you how much I'm making. I have to tell you how many views I'm getting. Tell you how to do it. You know, tricks, like little secrets that can help you, you know, get higher in the search results. There are, you know, those things exist. And to make the course worth it, I had to get that information. But at the same time, the audience that I have is not the people I really want to promote this to, because I don't want them to feel like I'm using them or selling out, or that's not what I wanted from this. So
you're making me like a fucking millionaire, basically, Like,
yeah. So I was always like, I don't know what to do. I can't promote it to my audience.
I remember it was really deep in your channel. Like, it wasn't just sitting there. It was like,
it's in my description for a while.
Yeah,
people found it. There were, I mean, there was I'd say about a dozen people actually paid. A bunch of people signed up to learn more, but I talked to the people who did the course. It went well. And people, like, I've had people that grew channels to a couple thousand subs in under 6 months, which is pretty good.
Yeah. I honestly need
people that stuck with it. The big issue is, like, I can teach so much, but if you don't stick to your consistency, if you don't stick to, like, if you don't keep grinding it out, because it is a grind.
Yeah,
I can't do much for you. You have to stay consistent.
That's the static piece of advice I give people. They're like, Jack, if you could give one piece of, I always say you have to keep going. Like, you can't just like upload and just leave it.
And I can't be talking about that right now because I'm a year this, but
no.
You have a YouTube channel?
It's the truth, dude. It's the truth,
what?
man. Like, and that's the minute you stop uploading, the minute everything dies.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's what I'm saying too, man. I guess what I'm saying too, and like, I don't want to get into this, but like me, Jack, Nia, we all have that. We're not big, but we also worked hard to get the couple thousand we have.
I've been working for like 7 years.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what fucking number. Honestly, and this is big for me too. If you have a number next to your name, let's say, for example, I watch YouTube channels. I don't even look at the number at this point. I don't, because it depends on the person making the video. And that's something like everybody's been saying at the ZWC. And this, I hate these comments. Oh, Turbo, why don't you have more subscribers? Why aren't you recognized? And I tell them straight out, I'm like, listen, I'm happy where I am right now. I'm happy where I am right now because I didn't fucking snake my way to these big numbers. I didn't work my way to the top just to get to the top. Right now, if I look back at all my videos right now on the channel, I can sit down happy, besides the magic ones, I can sit back happy and just look back and say, yeah, we did go to Coney Island for ZWI. We did go to we did go to these places just to make these videos that have 20 views. And that's the big thing. How many times I tell you, Jack, stop deleting your fucking videos that you don't think are gonna be good.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a thing, dude.
It's true. And to me,
dude, that's a great. We should talk about that shit because that's hitting me right now bad.
Bro,
as long as I'm working on a video, I'm happy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's people right now, the small zombie community who would make a video, add it to 1,000 big zombie YouTubers, say, okay, I'm good, I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. That shit just annoys
big content creators.
Don't do that. Don't be one of those people.
You don't even want to know the amount of times in this podcast, early episodes of us just fucking, like, it's just so stupid. Like, why would you go out of your way to just be one of the big guys, make a video, expect your name to be heard, and talk with your shit don't stink? Like, that's like the coach's son mentality to me. I hate that.
You see, the thing is, when you make content on YouTube, don't make content to be seen by others. Make content to make yourself and others happy. That's how I do it.
And here, that's exactly what I'm saying too. Like, you're making yourself happy. Why delete a video you think's bad when you didn't even upload it? Like, Jack, like what? Like even like Matt, you said you were going through it like right now. Like, why? What is it? I feel like if you don't like the content, understand that, put it out and just see how people like it, because that's what matters. How the fans like it.
Yeah, I don't think that's my issue. I think the issue is like, it's so tough because YouTube now more than ever is like, it's so clickbaity, man. Like, there's a difference between what you want to post and what will do well.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my god,
constant struggle.
That's why I don't do videos. Like, that's why I don't do videos sitting in the chair and just playing the video, like playing zombies. Like, because I don't find myself in that type of situation anymore. I like being behind the camera, energetic, boom, let's go. This is the videos I like. I don't like me personally, but people still do this to this day. They do it. I respect that because I had, content does work like that. And I've done that content before. So there's no hate going after that content whatsoever. But me personally, Matt, you recently too, but you're first of all, you're what was that fucking video you made, which is sick and still inspires me with all my edits all the time? That Gasparilla. Gasparilla thing you did.
You like that one?
Bro, let me tell you something. The things where like the next scene you would go through your sister's fucking eye and then the video would happen. I'm like, oh, what did they do?
See, that's the kind of shit I've always wanted to do. It's funny you say that because that's like
the scene that still gets me. The scene the scene that still gets me to this day is the camera's on the grass. The grass is waving so slow motion, but the background is going fast.
Yeah,
I'm like,
mind blown.
So that's what I'm saying too. Like the content where like that, and the content I make is because I want people to laugh and enjoy. I can't do a video anymore. Like, okay, so here's how you get the camo and Ralph. I can't do that.
But again, that comes back to like being torn between what you want to make and what you know what will do well.
Yep, like, and people saying, "Oh, Turbo, cover re-up." That's why I made the tweet yesterday.
Yeah, no, I was actually thinking about that. Like, whenever you tweeted that about people that upload trailers.
Right away, I'm going at this guy. I'm going at the calm your balls. I'm not saying anything. I'm just tweeting it out. That's all I'm saying. And it's like, why make content? Like, you want to make content you enjoy, right? You want to make content you enjoy, fans enjoy, you have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I re-uploading the Blood of the Dead intro cutscene? Like,
honestly, everybody's just straight ripping off Treyarch at this point. They're just re-uploading.
But
like,
that's
come on,
me,
add something to
I've done it before. People still do it, but guess what? Like Matt said, content that I know will get you subs and views, content that will, make an impact. And I'm all about making an impact, man. Like, I want you to watch a video. I want you to say, that was a terrible video.
You just reminded me. I gotta upload this Olympics video. I gotta say
but it's just like
totally forgot.
It's just crazy. It's like, yeah, exactly. Archie, that ZWI video was funny. That
video I love Archie's shit. I love it. His shit's like, as someone who edits, I guess knows a decent amount of editing. Shit's really. It really
my friends found it on Twitter first, and they said it to me. They were like, "How did he get the audio of your lips?" I'm like, "I don't think that's my audio. I don't know." But like, it was.
You get the audio of your lips.
I showed it to my dad. He goes, "What kind of fucking lunatic would make a video like that?" I'm like, that's funny, man. It's really funny. But yeah, like what you call like Matt, you've probably seen a lot in your day of like people who like the biggest thing me and Reed were talking about actually on Zombros is you need to be careful with who you work with too. You can't be too friendly with people sometimes. Like that even
Yeah,
you got
any examples of that?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask
for. Many people, I'm not gonna say their name, why would I give them that option?
I've never really worked with anybody.
Like doing podcasts with people, like I did a podcast with these two people, and they would turn on you because of like, oh, you're all about the popularity now. You're all about the views now. I'm like, what?
Yeah, the Turbo came back. I was like, so Turbo, are you like on like a different pedestal from me now? Like, can I still talk to you?
Yeah, right. I put out a tweet. I'm changing the channel name Turbo, and then when Avery and Jack was like, "Oh, what are you getting big on us?" Like, shut the fuck up. All my friends are calling me. If you watch the intro skit, all my friends are calling me Mr. Hollywood. I'm like, get the
Mr. Hollywood.
Mr. Hollywood. You just picture your friends saying that.
Yeah, no, in the intro scale was Vinny Boombots and my friend Matt. And he goes, oh, what, you got to upgrade now with Joe recording your video? I'm like, get out of here, man. Like, what are you talking about? But
JWC Pack-a-Punch you, Turbo.
Yeah. Right?
JWC Pack-a-Punch Turbo.
No, like, I'm pretty sure, and that's what I'm trying to say too. Like, you learn your lessons throughout YouTube, and it's like podcasts, like these kids making podcasts and like talking about, like, you think it's really gonna make me feel some type of way? I'll block you and that's it. Go block, go, bye, see you later. Just keep going. Who gives a shit about this bullshit? Honestly, block and go. And you know what's funny too? What's it called? What the hell was I gonna say? Okay, what you got? People who just decide, Matt, everybody has a Twitter, Jack especially probably knows this. If you think you're hot shit because you made a render for some YouTubers' videos,
this pisses Turbo off to like another level. He'll just like
because if they would have just said, "Oh, really cool, you used my render, thank you so much, I appreciate the support," but then you want to go on Twitter and start tweeting out, "Yeah, it's pretty fun talking to this person, that person." I'm like, oh, who the fuck do you think you are? Who the fuck do you think
Open
you are?
paint, cut out like an arm or something.
Shit, it's like it's like they think their cock's this big, but when I don't even know.
I'll just send those tweets to Turbo, like the hey, I made this for you, would love some retweets, and I'll just send it to Turbo just to piss him off.
It's fun. It's fun. But and I'm not even trying to say this too, because like I'm not even trying to say this like to try to make me, look some type of way. But like when you're someone who, no matter what level, Matt, you probably worked in Jack and Nia, you guys probably worked on videos for like 10 hours, fucking 15 hours before you had a following. And that hard work is implanted in your fucking head.
I feel like that gets less and less. Not like it feels like less and less of a purpose the bigger you get, because like whenever you're small and you put a ton of time in editing, you're just like, oh, this is gonna be so funny when I'm done. But whenever you're putting a ton of time in editing a video now, you're like, I could literally just upload this other 2-minute video and it'll get way more views, but this is something I like that represents my content better.
Yeah, it is definitely a struggle these days, like I said, more than ever, because back in the day it wasn't like this. Unfortunately, it's this way now, and if you want to be relevant, view-wise at least, I guess, you have to do shit that, truthfully, like deep down.
What happened?
You're dead.
The fucking boxes. Oh, NearDYE, you motherfucker.
Ripperoni.
You motherfucker. Now all our boxes.
We're all in the same box.
We're all in the same box now. We're all in the same box.
Oh, nice. That's fun.
Let's change it. Wait. Okay. Oh wait.
I think it
It
looks
can't
cute.
move. Wait, we can't do it. Oh, we can't. We can't have it like this. We have to
I'm
have
leaving
it.
it.
Is Jose frozen?
Oh my god! Oh no,
No,
he was
he's
just
not.
sitting really still.
Oh my god, he was so still. You know what? Let's just keep it. You know what? I can't even fix this. How do I? I can't.
Just get some random in here, and then just let him just be quiet.
I can't. Wait a second. I can't.
Hey! I'm getting a PTSD from ZWC 1 right now.
I'll add star to the call.
Oh my god! Okay, I did watch a video. There was these kids just making it in a group call. They recorded the whole ZWZ first year, and they were like, "They're misspelling names."
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh Jesus.
Oh dude, yeah.
Let's.
Yeah, dude. There are two things that will trigger me for a while, and that is one of them.
Oh
What,
my
the
God,
misspelling?
I don't even know what to do this.
Well, just the whole production.
At this point,
in general, like
Hey, all I gotta do is say,
real tough time.
I gotta say one person's name. I'm not gonna say it on the stream. Name that is
that name. It isn't even the production. It's that name that triggers me.
One person.
God.
Oh God. I don't even want to ask. I don't even want to ask that. You know what I'm gonna do actually? Fuck everybody.
Watch, I'm gonna adjust all these boxes, and Near's just gonna come back.
Look, I'm just putting up. That's it. Oh, if Near comes back, I'm killing him. This is a problem. That's it. Make everything big. Have everybody here. There we go. You see? Got the nice. It's okay. You know what? There we go. All right. So
I hate moving all these around.
That's it. This is us now. If you guys wanna complain, I dare you. All right. So we are getting to 2 hours. You guys probably have a lot of. You motherfucker.
Is it even worth it at this point?
Motherfucker.
That's great. That's great. You joined at a great time, dude. I think he conveniently picked the time to
Wait a second. It all works out. It works out. Oh my God. Go back there. Wait a second. Go back there. Oh my God.
Sorry about that, guys. Somebody turned on the electric stove in my house, and since it's connected to the power, it turned off my internet.
That's amazing.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, our wiring's really fucked up in my house. So I'm very sorry about this.
All right. So that's it. We talked about stuff. I'm taking out. You guys probably have a lot of shit to do. Jose's probably falling asleep. So here's what
I'm having a great time.
All right. Yeah. So I had something planned. Because Jose stood longest, so I'm happy Jose stood longest. He gets to answer these questions too. Maybe will we get some of these? Because these were mostly for Matt and Jack, and I think how are you into there's some like I know there's actually one good question here about football. You'd probably get it. All right, so to end the podcast out, I usually do something fun. We haven't done this in a long time, Jackie. We haven't done like a little game at the end of a podcast in a long, long time. But we're gonna have Jose and Matt can do this. This is a true and false. Okay, you got some true and false questions here.
Ooh.
Okay, if you think you know it, you think you know it. If you don't, you don't. Some of these, Jose, you're not really thinking the zombies, stories stuff like that. So if you want to get, take your guess, you whack at it, give it a whack. All right.
Scared.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 true and false questions. You guys taken tests before, true and false, whatever it is. All right, so first one, true or false? Doris is in France.
True.
How do we know that? Because the AGFX cipher got solved. It is
That was cool that they shouted them out on Twitter.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I think it was Treyarch. They shouted the person out on Twitter that solved it.
Wow, would you look at that? Now, when you guys heard that was the cipher, a little bummed out a little bit.
I mean, I never really held a lot of impact or like a lot on the cipher.
People are still looking for that stuff.
Yeah, I'm surprised that people were
I'm shocked
actively searching to find the answer to it.
It might have been like a resurgence of people being interested in the game because the new one's coming out. They're like, oh, we gotta solve this before.
Wait, hold on. It's the Reese's in France, right?
The Reese's in France, the Giants.
When did that get solved?
Like 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Holy shit! So I was right. I don't know if you guys know this, but like,
earlier in the month, right? Somebody was saying the Reese's.
Yeah, I was tweeting out like a few months back that the answer was the Reese's in France, and the actual dude who gave it to me was the dude who leaked DLC 5 to Gaming Revolution.
Wow! Oh wow!
Yeah.
The Gaming Rev.
Wow.
Yeah, he actually gave me the fucking info, and I tweeted it out, and everybody didn't believe me. Proves you wrong, motherfuckers.
All right, we got the second one. Milo has done more than 5 videos with Jason Blundell. True or false?
Oh, true.
Yeah, he has like 7 videos.
Wait. Is it physically, or like with him in the thumbnail, like talking about
physically?
Physically, yeah.
You're saying less than 5 videos that
so false.
I'm gonna take the bold
he did like
true.
3 Q&As with him outside with that fucking swinging open thing, and then
Jose, you ever seen a Blundell and Milo video?
Seen one, but not more than that.
I've seen like 3 or 4.
So Matt says less, it's false. Near and Jackie saying true, more than 5?
No, I think Near and
about 7.
Matt were both. Oh, you're saying true? Yeah, I was gonna say true.
It is true. He has made like 7, 8 videos with Jason Blundell.
I was right.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I'm a Milo fan,
he's
so...
This one
everybody can take a whack at because it's like, not your opinion, but like something like, you can see it. Number 3, Call of Duty World War II has sold more copies than Infinite Warfare. True or false?
Ooh, true. I would say true because of pre-order sales.
Was it Modern Warfare 3 more than Infinite Warfare?
No, World War II.
Modern Warfare 3 is on top of the list.
True.
Number 1. Modern Warfare 3.
That's way true.
He's saying World War II over Infinite Warfare.
Call of Duty World War II has sold more copies than Infinite Warfare. True or false?
I say true.
I'm gonna say false.
Infinite Warfare.
There's so much boots on the ground hype for it.
Jose, what do you think? Just thinking about both games. False? It is in fact false. Infinite Warfare.
Really?
Matt, you're going downhill, Matt. You're going downhill. You know what, Matt?
Matt said false.
You said true.
I said false.
Oh, you said false?
I said true.
Then everybody's. Then there we go. Infinite Warfare has made $12.69 million in sales, and World War II has made $19 million in sales. So $50 million difference for Infinite Warfare to World War II.
Wait, what were the numbers again?
Wait, when was the statistic taken though?
Yeah, that seems a little.
It's updated for 2018. Infinite Warfare.
But that may be without DLC sales.
Did you just upload
you're talking about
copies of the game.
Oh, like just straight up copies.
How many copies were sold?
No, in the money per copy. So World War II has made $12.19 million in sales.
That's impossible.
And Infinite Warfare has made $12.69 million in sales. They have Modern Warfare.
World War II is huge in hype.
The first slave. If you type in Call of Duty's like Call of Duty sales, it is like the first one that comes up, and that's the stat I took them on. I think the same one Zombie was like that too when they were talking about a long time ago. Yeah, but that's the numbers I got.
Modern Warfare 3 is the number one most sold all time.
Yep.
And Black Ops 2 is number 2, right?
Yep.
Or maybe Black Ops 3.
Nah, Black Ops 3 is actually pretty low. Black Ops 2 is up there. I think it was MW3, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, and then after Black Ops 1, I want to say COD 4. I want to say COD 4. I do. All right. Are we still looking for those, or are we going on to the next question?
We're good. We're cool.
Right. This one, you know, I think's true right away. So I'm gonna say it's true. The Giants are better than the Eagles. I'm gonna say true.
All right. You know what?
Oh, that's a yikes from me, dog. That is a yikes from
Ruin
me.
all your boxes again.
No.
Oh, there he goes.
No.
I didn't hear what you said.
I hope I broke your boxes real quick.
That's a yikes from me,
What'd you say,
dog.
Turbo?
Hey, listen. Wait. Let's put some money on this. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you put your money? How about you put your money where your mouth is, bro?
I'm broke. This ain't
Turbo,
happening.
Turbo, don't back down.
The kid who won't pay $10 for a fight. What are you?
Oh
gonna,
my
cough
God.
up on your Giants, huh?
$10 with the fight, Matt. I'm not watching. I'm not paying some $10 so I can get it for free.
Turbo,
that's the New York-
Turbo, don't back down.
Hey,
That's the
listen,
New York
we've been saying
hustle.
this the whole damn podcast. Yes, I understand people would rather have it for free. But what if Twitch didn't do an incredibly illegal move by live streaming it?
If ZWC 3 is pay-per-view, we'll buy it. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
I'll just
He's
put it
trying to
on
avoid
Mixer.
He's trying to avoid the clear Giants-Eagles discrepancy here that he
Yeah,
knows he
he's
can't back up.
avoiding
He
the
can't
bet.
back it up.
Listen
I
to
don't know,
me.
man. I like Saquon. I'm rooting for Saquon this year.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him too.
I
It doesn't
mean,
matter.
but listen, when the Eagles won, okay, that made the Giants not the only team to beat the fucking Patriots in the Super Bowl. You know?
Fair. That was the second time we versed them as well, and I hate them as much as anyone else does.
You know.
So why aren't you putting money on it, Turbo?
I hate them even more because Jose likes them.
I do.
Here's a cool
Yeah,
one.
Turbo. Yeah, Turbo. Why are you putting?
Why
True
you
or
not?
false?
Why you not
You're
putting?
too scared to put money on your Giants.
True or false that? Because listen to me. Listen. I'm a Giant fan, but I watch playoff football. That's what I.
I guess you're not
Oh,
watching the
my.
Giants this year, then, are you?
No, I will. Don't worry. I will.
They're not gonna make the playoffs, my man. I'm sorry.
Unless OBJ decides to cry over pinky toe again, you know, we'll make it. Don't worry, we'll make it. And that's another thing. What's up with these fucking injuries in the NFL? They're breaking shit that we don't even know exists in our body. My left quadra Cinco de Mayo.
Have you ever seen Vic DiBenedetto?
Vic DiBenedetto? I had him on a podcast.
He had him on the podcast.
You had him on your podcast?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, like the third
like
podcast.
episode 4 or
Contacted his
5.
manager, and I said, "Let's make it happen." I saw him in show live.
He's going to look this up right
Look
now.
at Matt's face.
Hey, that's when the podcast was Truth Be Told, and I had him on a call.
Yeah,
Hold
Vic
on,
Vic
hold
shouted it out on
on.
Twitter too.
Yo, my homies are gonna lose their shit, bro. They
Really?
love Vic.
Vic
Yo, we
DiBenedetto, man.
love Vic, dude. Vic is hilarious.
I went to his
Oh,
comedy show and he saw me. He goes, "Holy shit!" He goes, we did a podcast." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh my!" And then
Matt.
you're a sick bastard.
Matt.
Bring that up. That's crazy.
Bro,
Wait, who?
Matt,
What's
get
who?
this.
Vic
Get
DiBenedetto.
this.
You ever saw the Vine? Gotta get the bread and milk. Gotta get the bread and milk.
Yo, what is the podcast called?
It's
It
was
if
like
you
the
go
second
if you go on the
one.
playlist in the channel. It was called Truth Be Told. If you type in Vic DiBenedetto podcast, I'm pretty sure it comes up.
Anyways, Matt.
Yeah, you type in his
get
name.
this.
There's just like millions of videos.
Well,
because he posts
I'm gonna
so much.
type in Vic DiBenedetto.
I type in Turbo and the movie comes up.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I said
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
wait till the
type
day
in-
where I
type
can
in-
search
type in
Turbo
Vic
and the snail
DiBenedetto
movie won't come up.
podcast, Vic DiBenedetto podcast, and the first thing comes up.
All right, you know you've made it when you come up above Turbo. So
Bro.
that's your goal.
Great,
right there.
great
I'm
movie.
setting it for
Yeah.
you right now.
But yeah, I had him on a call. I put because the only way he could do it, because he's pretty old too.
I like
so
how
he got-
Chucky still can't beat the
There we
Chucky movie.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah, his
I had
forehead looks massive in this thumbnail.
Yeah, I know. It's the look. It's the look.
It's the look. You know what, Matt? Every time I see Vic DiBenedetto post something about coffee on Facebook, I always tag Matt in it.
That's it. But yeah,
I'm literally gonna watch this entire thing after we're done here.
Matt,
I'm
Matt,
so excited.
and that's what people take me for granted for. I don't fucking wait for nothing. I don't wait. I
that
make
is
it happen.
great.
You straight up contacted like his manager, right? Like you just emailed it?
I was sitting down watching dinner. I was sitting down eating dinner, and I'm watching his videos. And I fucking love him, and I'm like, I want him on the show. Like, I'm from New York.
Turbo's the guy that
Like,
sends the sketchy emails. He's like, "Hi, I am
Yeah,
a
dude, you're that
representative
guy.
from Artificial Gaming.
Shit, look out.
I have an opportunity
okay,
for Vic
wait a
DiBenedetto."
I need to find this email now. I need to find
Hi,
this.
I'm Turbo from Fuzio.com.
You found the
Yeah,
email
what? How
from
did you
the-
word your way into this?
You found the email of Jose.
I
I
run
gotta
a
find.
multinational podcast, with executive producer hosts, and major influencers in the scene.
I am literally the CEO.
I'm on an MCNPVP freaking DVC.
Start making up words like Jose.
GGF.
Oh, wait a second. Wait.
I'm still not convinced that Instagram is a thing.
Okay, you ready? You ready? Here we go. Oh, wait, where the fuck is it? Wait, is the...
I am dying in 3 months.
No, where the hell is it? I got...
channel.
Where the hell is it?
Oh, by the way, I will be watching your video after this, Matt.
Oh, hell yeah. I hope you enjoy, man. I mean...
Links to podcast.
How long did it end up being?
It's 32 minutes long.
Jeez.
Oh shit, yeah. I'm gonna have to watch it.
It is a long one, and I gotta be honest. I'll tell you guys, just because we're talking right now.
Yeah.
It is not as complete as the first pass that I did, like when I lost everything.
That's because you just start skipping stuff because you're just so done.
Yeah, I knew Jose was gonna chime in like, "Oh, you didn't back up your shit." Yeah, it's because no. Let me finish.
Control S.
Let me finish. It was on Nick's drive, which is not backed up on my stuff.
That's the same drive that didn't work last time.
Which,
I remember
when
he couldn't get it to work one day.
Yeah. I don't know what he did to this drive, but it is beyond fucked. But listen, dude, I finished the entire edit. Right, I spent like 35 hours on this edit.
Oh, that was the edit you posted on Twitter earlier. Like 10 hours ago.
Yeah. I was posting about it.
Holy shit.
35 hours on this edit, right? It wasn't even done. That was the rough cut. That was the first cut. It was dope. And then as soon as I go to save it, autosave like freaks out and everything got deleted. Like everything.
Shit.
You probably have fucking you want
I was like,
hey, you're using Premiere, right?
Yeah.
Does Premiere do automatic backups?
No, it does. It autosaves. The problem that happened is this drive is so messed up, it deleted everything.
Jesus.
I went back, bought $70 worth of recovery software, recovered all of it, all corrupted.
That sucks, dude.
Fuck's sake, dude.
So after hours and hours of trying my best to get it back, I was like, I just have to redo the whole thing, and I spent all week.
You spend a lot of time contemplating whether it's worth it or not to recreate it too. Yeah. I've definitely been there.
What is this long? Shit, yeah, I do.
Shit, the most amount of time I've spent editing was like 10 hours, and yesterday I spent like 8 just editing my new video coming out this Thursday.
Yeah, I did this whole video in 15 hours yesterday.
Goddamn.
Fucking hell.
I finished the whole thing in 15 hours. It's not. It's good, but it's not as good as I was like. It's kind of. That's why I'm like.
But it's the small things.
Like
it's things people won't notice.
Like, I know. It's like, but I want it to be what I had in mind. I want it to be the best it can be, and I know that there are things that I could have done. I just don't have enough time. And it's.
You see, what I do is.
How much more time do I want to spend on it?
Even if I do have like a set time when I upload, I just like. Even if like my video is like not done, I say, hey, this video is not as good as I want it to be. Let me just give it a couple more hours of editing, and I'll see if I can put it up tomorrow. So like that's what I try to do. I always want it to be the best it can be for the viewers.
Well, truth be told, I actually had this one. I would have taken a lot more time to edit it, but I had a deadline. So
true.
Yeah.
I see you.
But I found the email. Found the email to Vic DiVitteto's manager.
Yeah.
So here's it. Now looking back at it, it's pretty funny. You know, what are you gonna do? All right. So I said, hey, his name's Russell Best. So hey, Russell, how are you? I talked to Vic because I did. You know, 30 Seconds with Vic. You ever see it? He has like this 30 Seconds with Vic. You can add his phone number in. So I did talk to him before this. I said, hey. I talked to Vic at 30 Seconds with Vic and private messenger on Facebook. I'm 17 years old from Brooklyn and I have a podcast called Truth Be Told Podcast. It's only for 30 minutes, and as I may assume you know what a podcast is, it's basically like a radio show. I think it would be a great way to discuss to someone who is my idol and someone who grew up in Brooklyn, who is talking to someone who is growing up in Brooklyn. If you think this can't happen, or we have any other plans with Vic and this can get in the way, I 100% understand and will not take this personal whatsoever. P.S. If this would happen, Vic would just call in private and I will just be in a call with him talking on the podcast. Also, whenever Vic is free, I am free. There is no bad time to record this podcast. Thanks so much. Hope you have a great day. Then I put my stamp on it. Boom! Now I let it simmer. I let it digest. You know, I let it go. I get an email back. Thanks for reaching out. I think we can get Vic to a call in for 10 minutes. I read this in my head. I'll get him more for 10 minutes. The way I speak, I'll get him more for 10 minutes. Fuck that. But anyway, I said, okay. Can you tell me what kind of interview this would be and the basic line of questioning you would want to employ? Also, do you have any links to prior interviews / podcasts I can hear to get an idea of how you're producing the show? Lastly, where do you air? Meaning, how can people hear the show? Vic would like to promote his appearance. Then I gave him all the links and stuff. But yeah, man, that's how I did it. I just contacted his email, and then he was on.
How long did you have him on for?
Okay,
like
so he said 10
minutes.
minutes. He said 10 minutes, and I was on for like 47, and I was like, I know it. I know I can get him on for longer. I nodded my head. Okay, all right, yeah, 10 minutes, all right. Then boom, man, if you watch it, you hear.
Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you could talk to that dude for years. Dude.
Yeah. Oh my God. How'd you start listening? How'd you start watching him?
My buddy just sent me one of his. It's the post game press conferences.
The giant locker rooms. Or
I
Yankee locker
love
rooms?
them, dude. Oh, the injury report gets me so bad, dude. Shit's hilarious.
When he's talking to Mark Teixeira at the Yankees, he goes, "What happened? You stubbed a toe? What do you have for a year? All right, buddy. Good job. Good job."
Dude, he's great, dude. He's great.
My first time watching Vic was because of Turbo.
Yeah.
He sent me one of the videos, and
Yeah.
I started watching his like Who Wants Coffee skits and his Bread and Milk skits.
Matt was like so shocked. You are Victor, like he's a fucking.
Yeah, I thought that was so
Beyonce.
random that he brought him up
is,
really
like,
randomly.
It's because it's I feel like that could be about anyone, right? Regardless of how big they are. Like, if you look up to them and love their shit, like they're someone to you. So
and I went, and then the day.
me and all the homies, fucking, we love that guy. He's every week we're tuning into his post game conference. Yeah, last year was great. Like the Giants were trash, and he was ruthless. It was great.
You see his mother-in-law?
No, I don't think I've. She might have been one of them. She might have been one of them.
It's funny. Okay, so she speaks Italian, so in the video we have no clue what she's saying, but he's putting like funny subtitles. Like she's saying like, "Here's where I grow my basil." He goes, "Here's where I grow my pot." And then it's like the grandmother's saying it, and it's hysterical. I cry. But yeah, it was a great time.
Turbo, I gotta say, you freaking inspired me, dude. Like when you and Vic sat down and had that talk, I was like, I can probably contact a hero of mine too, and like see if I can like talk to them or see if I can just connect with them in that way.
I feel like Vic is different in a way too, that he is genuine in the sense that he reads these emails. I mean, he doesn't specifically, but he takes the time
too. So he's not really like
he understands the come up and everything.
Yeah, he understands it, and
there's
he's a great guy.
I just want to like have a sit down and chat with.
No, of course. Like, when I went to his show, it was me, my dad, and my uncle. We went to his show, and he was talking to us because I feel like I knew you guys for like years. Like I feel like I'm talking to you guys like I knew you guys forever, and it was great. It was a great time. But we got 3 more true or false questions. This one's cool. Jose, you can put in the little hot seat for this one. Syndicate will be at ZWC 3. True or false?
True.
Wow, he's even thinking like, should I fuck his mind up and say yeah?
See, I don't want this to be another Z-Boys scenario where you're like, yeah, sure, and then it's like, well, we can't really make him be there.
If you get in contact, give me his number. I'll persuade him.
Persuade him.
Give me his number.
God, that's tough, man. Optimistically, I really, really hope so. But I would have to say false at the moment. But I hope that changes.
Hopefully.
It's more of like a maybe, like a very light maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, this won't be crazy.
Because he kind of like didn't he give some sort of explanation on these and all that type of stuff, and then like I think with Blackout coming out, he's like excited to play again or something. Yeah.
You could see like how much he enjoyed it, because I mean, like I said, he was in the stream like pretty much the entire time. He was just like chatting, just like really just casually.
I didn't see any of that. Was he saying good things? Like
he was talking about how much the event looked so cool and how much he loved it.
Oh, that's great.
Awesome. That's great.
Tom is just
hopefully that's enough for us to contact him and feel like coming.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Did he get in contact with you guys? Like Matt, Jose, did he get in contact with you guys ever?
No, after it was over, he DM'd me and said it was a great event, like really good job, but that was it.
Well, that has to say something too. He's DMing you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say something.
That's true.
You know.
Didn't follow me though, so you know.
Wow.
Nobody follows me ever, so.
I think this is a crazy one for Matt. He'll probably mess with his mind a little bit. Matt, true or false? You've made more than 200 Clash of Clans videos.
True.
That's probably borderline. That's close. I don't know about 200.
The meme has to hold up. It's true.
I gotta say like under 60.
I have the
count
exact
them?
number, by the way. I have the exact.
You have the number. What you like? Make a
You
playlist or
counted
some
them
shit?
up?
Bro, you think I take this podcast as a fucking joke? What are you looking at me as? What am I, a mirage? What am I, a clown? Do I
I don't even know the answer to
Do
that.
I make you laugh? Do I fucking amuse you?
You put
Yes.
200.
Say
Okay.
false
There's
on
good
that. I
fellas.
gotta say
There's-
false.
That's it. That's it. That's it. What am I, a clown? You've made more than 200 Clash of Clans videos. True or false?
True.
False.
Jack says true. Near says what?
False.
Does that include live streams?
Anytime you see Clash of Clans in your channel, that's what I count.
200's a lot.
I say
I would say like over 150.
Jose says
I'm gonna
false.
say true.
It is true. You did make more than
How
200
many?
Shit.
videos. You've
Look at
made
you, Matt.
400. 400.
You doubled that number, Matt. You
Number
have a-
5
Is-
live streams.
Wait a minute.
It's not even a zombies
This
YouTuber.
is like a learn about yourself podcast for me right now. I didn't even
I
know
went
that.
literally in your
Matt,
channel.
you have a problem.
In your channel, I looked at your playlist. I counted how much content in the Clash of Clan playlist there are. I counted them all up. I got the number now, of course. I may be missing 1 or 2, of course, but you know, human error. I counted 400. There's Yoda. Gotta get the guy.
What up,
Bro.
Yoda?
400?
Yeah, Matt, you
I
have a
counted
fucking problem. You have a
400
problem with.
Cause you
Wait,
wanna-
wait, don't tell me I have a problem. I
Had.
had.
Cause you
Had,
know what?
sorry, had.
I didn't have any problems. These videos bang,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Okay.
You
I
grew
had
from
nothing
those Clash
but
of Clans
good
videos.
problems.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
no,
and
I-
you could you
400
did,
is
you did a lot
a
of this. You
lot.
did a lot of small tutorials too, like how to upgrade your house to this in the matter of time. So you
Oh, those are the biggest ones, dude. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
looking
a
right now.
How to
Those videos
collect.
were millions of views, dude. Millions.
you've done a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Upgrading Town Hall
What got
5,
you
bro.
into it? Like, what got you into that game?
I don't know, man. My friends were playing it, and then I started playing.
Remember
I
Clash
was
of
never
Clans?
really good. I was like decent at this game though. I was
Clash of
decent.
Clans
Yeah.
was the shit at one point.
But yeah, no,
man.
you're right. I did
I
good.
never
Junior
really,
high
like,
school,
got into
man,
Clash.
junior high school, I was like, oh my.
You know what
Oh,
I
yeah.
think so great as a YouTuber? You
Yeah.
can play that shit anywhere. I could travel all year round and make videos so easily.
Yeah.
Just
Mhm.
so easily.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like it was
I
great.
never really got into Clash of Clans. I want to though.
That turned
want
into
to.
like a
That's too old now.
sinkhole for money
Yeah.
for me, so I'd
Yeah, and then
stop.
I played Clash Royale for a little bit, but I was
It's kind
not
of
good at
like
Clash
League of
Royale.
Legends for me. Like, I want to get into it, but it's just not my type of.
Never
play
get into
style.
League of Legends. It's the most
All right,
toxic
we
game.
got the last one here. I'm expecting a lot of good things. If not, you will be blacklisted of my life. It is what it is. Podcast is the best podcast in the Call of Duty Zombie community.
Fucking true.
Oh, that's bold, dude.
Oh, that's a tough one, dude.
That's bold.
I mean, there's this other one out there. It's called Zombros.
The
name-
only
the name-
other one.
The name for Zombros, by the
Listen to
way,
me. Listen to
wow,
me. Listen to
genius
me.
came up with that name.
I would
Matt may
me-
know
for me-
kind of
for me
people on
it's true
Zombros. He
because-
may know about it. He may not.
For me, it's true because this is the first one I've ever been on, so it is to me.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ah.
We have the premiere with Jose.
Jose,
No, dude,
got
great
it, man.
podcast. This is
What does
it's been a
Yoda
lot of
think?
fun.
What's the best podcast, Yoda?
There you go. It is what it is. What it
Anything that has meat in it, he's down for.
Then us. Then this
Oh.
podcast. Then.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Jose, where can the people find you? What do you got going on in the future?
You can find me at JDinero99 on Twitter, and working on a bunch of different projects, especially our ZWC website. We are definitely going to be updating it, adding some new features, and trying to
I
make
think,
it.
yeah, I think updating is an understatement.
Yeah,
Overhauling.
we've already looked at the. We just saw the first mock-up version 1 of the site design. Looks really
It
good.
is
Can't wait.
way different.
Definitely modernized, and it fits more of
Is it not all on one page?
correct. Yeah, it's gonna be.
We're done with the one pagers.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're no like I mean, the way we treated our website before was very much an event kind of a website. All you needed was a 1-page kind of thing. But
Mm-hmm.
what Matt and I are working on and setting up, it's going to require definitely more pages, more. It's going to be more layered. One thing we're focusing on is definitely getting the community to, use the website even more so than it has. So we're coming up with some ideas. Hopefully they'll work out.
There you go. I'm really excited for that. Maddie boy, where can they find you and what do you got going on in the future? Most importantly,
you can find me
we're calling
at,
for Black Ops 4. What do you got going on maybe for
you can find me at tubetour.com. Hop on over, buy that shit.
You can also find him on Fuzio.com.
You can find me on Thuzio.com. I didn't even know I was on Thuzio.com, but apparently I am.
Find all the secrets of 2008 YouTube.
Yeah, dude. You can go find me all over YouTube doing various things like mow the lawn music videos and.
Oh, never forget, dude.
Yeah. For Black Ops 4, the plan is to go hard.
That's always
the issue for me is finding the time to do it all because there's a lot of things going on for me right now. So.
You know who should help you out with some content?
Who would that be?
Larry.
I'm not telling you who Larry is.
Listen, I got a
little Space Dog can help you with that content.
I do owe you a straws story video, the full story of where are the straws.
Listen to me, your college series videos. Oh my fucking god.
You need to hire on Space Dog to get that done. That shit done.
College series was probably my most
You
proud
probably
thing.
still have stories though. Don't even name it.
Yeah,
but bring back
some stories that just are too much.
They're too like it's a young audience. Like
you have to tone it down.
It's a little bit much for a young audience.
The young audience. When you were making videos, those when the Clash of Clans videos are going out too. Those are when those videos are going out and stuff. You're making those college series videos. You're talking about Larry throwing up in garbage cans.
Listen, okay, I'll tell you one thing. Larry is not me, if that's what you're thinking.
Oh, I was gonna ask a little bit too. Were you fucking around sometimes and trying to cover it up like some situation?
No.
Plot
I
twist
don't
of the
think
century.
one of those stories. If it was a story about me, I said it was me.
Yeah.
Larry was always a character.
I personally think
else.
your friend Red. That's all I think. I just want to say Red. I want to say Red because. But hey, boy, hey, listen to me, Matty boy. Listen to me. I understand. Okay, I get it.
Jose, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Is Yoda Space Dog? Yatu Chavez wants to know.
I don't see why not.
So he could be Space Dog. Why not?
Just put one of those
ears.
helmets on him.
Who named it? Who named the dog Yoda? Who named?
That was Lily. I don't like that name.
Wow! Say it right to his face. Say it right to his face.
Wow.
I actually call him by a different name.
What do you call him?
Chest boy.
I call him Pork Chop.
Oh, that's a good name.
That's nice.
That's a good name.
Yeah. Yoda's kind of too easy.
There we go.
Too easy.
Yeah,
The dog should be green if he's gonna be named Yoda.
More than I'll give you that one.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much, Matt Jose. First of all, thank you so much for coming on the show. Really,
time.
really appreciate it, man. Really
love talking with you guys.
No, thank you guys. This was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Thanks for having us.
More fun than Zombras.
Oh yeah, it was. No, I'm not even. I'll be the first to say that. Like, it's a different podcast. I like talking about human things as opposed to zombie things. So.
I'll tell you
things are
the
always
living.
fun to talk about.
Yeah, no, I much
Human
prefer this
music
type of
as well.
podcast.
People love human music.
Yeah, so everybody, the links in the description to Matt's stuff, Jose's stuff, especially the Zombie World Championship stuff, JackTheBus and NearDYE as well, being co-host on the show. Check us out next weekend. Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Jack's channel. So it's 12 Central for him. So anytime you want to watch podcast, every single Saturday, right here. You guys are always welcome back on. Always welcome back on, guys.
Hell yeah.
Always welcome back on. Yeah, guys. So we will see all you sexy bastards in the next one. Bye.
Deuces.
Yoda says goodbye.